Bye. Love you a long time. You're my best buddy. Best buddy. Trying to make sure it's the equal situation going on today. Why am I so close up on? Hey, Pop. Y'all. Thank you. How you doing? This iPad is trash. I gotta find another way. Because this iPad really ain't it. This iPad be having me looking crazy. You know, I said I was gonna try to go live on YouTube. I mean, on TikTok Studio, and I did not pull that up. Dang, native. Hey, girl.
So see what happened was I saw your live today. I mean, I saw your post today. I'm over Friday.
What
Day
post?
9. I'm talking about day 9.
I don't even. Oh, you talking about me confronting them comments? Them people aggravated.
Yeah, I'm super. That's why I'm looking at you through the camera. Like, what is she talking
I don't know. I ain't know. Listen,
No, I'm proud of you for rediscovering yourself. Knowing how to put yourself first, identify, identifying and knowing and having to give yourself grace and just trying to figure it out. So, as your friend, I am super, super proud of you.
hey, Alicia. Hey, Mo. What's up, cousin? Thank you, Pop. I appreciate it. I ain't finished. I'm trying to think. I got like 8 topics tonight. That should be enough because we be going off on tangents anyway. Feel like that should be
Was you
good.
touched on something in your life that I from the today?
Am I live?
I mean, not in your life. On your day 9,
What was it? So I can see if I got it
still
written.
having your own identity, even when you're in a committed connection. Because some of these
Mm.
people be bonkers.
You said some of what?
Some of these people be bonkers.
Nah,
And this codependency stuff, they be like, bruh.
sometimes you just grow into that. Hey y'all, hey YouTube, how y'all doing? Like sometimes it just happens because I was my own person, and then after I wouldn't say after becoming a mom is when I really changed.
But for some people, it's an expectation that you're not supposed to have friends,
Oh
anything
yeah, no, that's
else.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's called codependency.
A lot of people actually lose themselves and don't even know that they lost themselves.
Right.
A lot of people do it. They really don't be knowing.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, cuz? What's up, Sharon? So yes, y'all. Today is Talk About It Tuesday, and we're gonna talk about a lot. I'm trying to wait for the men to get in here because, oh, remember when I made the video and I was talking about trauma talk, and I wanted the men and women to be in the place. So I'm waiting for some men and women to come in here so we can have that trauma talk, so we can get some input from men too. Then we also gonna talk about the DDG fight with a man. Um, we're gonna talk about. I seen somebody sent me a video. I want to say it was Alicia. Boundaries versus preference. Do you know the difference? Thank you for the gift, y'all. I appreciate it. Boundaries versus preference. Do you know the difference? Then we have the story time of the surrogate. Hey Ashley, how you doing, boo? We're gonna have the story time about the surrogate. It's a viral TikTok story that's going on right now. A girl decided to be a surrogate because she wanted to help other people have kids. She didn't plan on having no more kids of her own. I'm just giving y'all a little short synopsis. Something wasn't going right with the baby. The biological parents pretty much left her and was like high and dry, like, baby, you make the decisions. We don't want nothing to do with you or that baby. But we're gonna get into it later. Pop got more of the details. I did watch it, but she went more down the rabbit hole than I did. So we're gonna talk about that too. Cause yeah, Pop be jumping deep. Okay, I'm telling y'all, she be looking. Then we're gonna talk about Trump saying Biden is gone. Trump said Biden is really a clone. These last 4 years he was in office, it was a clone and it wasn't really him. So y'all know we're gonna go down the conspiracy theory rabbit
But
hole.
I believe it. I'm gonna go with you. I'll be back.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about Trayvon Johnson. He's 17 years old and he was popped and unalive by a homeowner while breaking in. This is gonna be one of the topics that I know we gonna really like, really touch on because it's two different things that I want to talk about this, and I know one of the things gonna piss people off. I know that because y'all know I look at stuff different. Um, so yes, that's the topic. We're also going to talk about having your own identity in a relationship. We're going to talk about the FBI task force that's heading to Memphis and what that means for the people of Memphis. Okay. We're going to also talk. You said I'm loud. Oh, my bad. I was trying to see if I was interrupted. Um, we also going to talk about, okay, there was a friend, her friend and her boyfriend. Well, her friend and the friend's boyfriend was going on a trip. And pretty much she called her friend and the boyfriend called was like, hey, can we just come spend the night at your house because we got to leave early in the morning anyway for this trip. So we might as well all be together and leave from your house. The friend get there, everything cool. But when they opened the door, when she opened the door for her friend, she got on little booty shorts and she got on a little bra thing. And her friend boyfriend went in the bathroom, and then her friend was like, "Hey, girl, you mind changing out of respect for me?" And she was like, "This my house." Yeah, so we're gonna talk about who was right and wrong in that situation. Hold on, y'all. I got a YouTube comment. It say you helped me so much. I finally chose myself, moved on, and my kids moved, and my kids in with my mom till I get a place. Oh, thank you, Alicia. I appreciate it. Is it Alicia or Alicia? I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. I like to say people names right. Yes. Oh, they did. Why you ain't bring the phone in here so I can see it? It's my niece's birthday today, and I told my daughter to call her so I could tell her happy birthday, and she ain't telling me nothing. Ashley said, "I'm good. Just happy to be here. Are you?" I am good. I am so good today. I don't know what is going on right now, but I'm just in a great mood. Okay, y'all. I'm just so excited about all these topics because we got a lot to talk about. If you are able to come up in the box and you want to come up in the box, you are more than welcome to. Okay, I would appreciate it so we can have these conversations. Nyla, happy birthday. You're welcome, beautiful. Hey, Jay. Hey, that's Tanky. Oh, yeah. Hey, Rebuttal. Thank you for the taps. Hey, Alicia. Okay, y'all. So, of course, y'all gonna hear the kids because, yeah, um, y'all know I got kids, and that's just what we have. Um, so yeah. So the first topic we gonna go. No, I'm waiting on more men. I need more men in here. Matter of fact, where my phone at? So I can see where they at. Y'all shared it to them. I need more men in here for that first topic because we definitely need some feedback from the men. So we can move on to the DDG fight with a fan. We can start there. DDG fight with a fan. So for those of you who don't know, the fan called them doo doo garbage. But before that, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing on the internet. Okay, okay. You where you going? Oh, okay. Who gonna make the plates? Yeah, today Tuesday. What you said? Oh, hey Sam. Yeah, when the more men come in here, rebuttal. If you still here, I definitely want you to come up because yeah, we got a lot. I need some feedback from the men. I need y'all point of view on the topic at hand. Who's about to Riley? Let me see what Desmond doing. Let me text Nene. Why can't I find that? Oh, wow. Okay. Hey Nietzsche, how you doing? My bad, y'all. I'm trying to pop. Did you text Lance? I'm about to text Dave and Wolf.
You know I text my baby daddy already.
Oh, okay. Well, I ain't got to text your baby daddy. Nietzsche, did you text your future man? Cause Lord, excuse me.
You know we use it last.
That's your baby daddy. Okay, y'all. So for those of you who are on YouTube, can you hear TikTok? I want to make sure y'all can hear, so I'm not like talking to myself like I was yesterday. I ain't crazy. I'm crazy, but I ain't that crazy. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the DDG fight with a fan. Now, I made a video earlier about it, and a lot of people thought I was saying like how to approach DDG. No, I'm saying how to approach like what we talked about the other night, how to approach celebrities in general. Celebrities, content creators, influencers. You just gotta respect people's space and stop trying to be funny for a check. Like that boy walked up to DDG and said, "Doodoo garbage." After DDG already made a big deal about people doing it online and said nobody won't ever say it in person. If they do, I'ma do XYZ. And then you gonna go do it, and then you effed around and found out, and you mad and wanna sue now?
You find out that they agree. But at the same time, if you have the finances that you have, it comes to a point where you know I'ma just walk away because I know they trying to feel.
No. Why everybody always got to be the bigger person and walk away?
It's not about being a bigger person, it's about protecting your finances.
It
You
is,
know
but
that
still,
doing
why
it.
people feel the need to try you? Mo Easy. How you doing, boo?
Baby, he made too much money. You knew that was a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah, but people, we gotta understand these people are still human. And what I
They're
always
still
say, for every
human.
action, there's a reaction, and you can't control how somebody gonna react to your action.
We can agree to disagree, but he knew that was the setup.
But see, this is why I got to keep security around me at all times. When I get big, I'm gonna have to keep security because you're not gonna just run up on me and say and do what you want to say and do. I'm sorry. I don't care how much money I got. You just not. I won't. I won't have it.
Won't have it.
I won't have it. Oh no, y'all! All my press ones popping off. Y'all, I got these moo from Shein, and I am in love. I wouldn't listen. I got a couple moo. You hear
Welcome in, Peach
me?
Fun.
Hey, Peach Fun, how you doing? So, how y'all feel? What's y'all thoughts on the DDG?
I feel like in that situation, he already told him what was gonna happen, so he took both of them took the bait. Listen,
It was definitely bait, though. I do admit that it was definitely they baited him for sure. But to file a lawsuit when you know you did that on purpose, hoping that was the outcome, is crazy.
I just feel like people just need to leave other people alone. That part.
Mr. Rebuttal said, "I think both people were right." You think he was right for going to troll somebody like that in person? Desmond, what's up, brother? Brother, why was he right?
Got suspended today for not minding her business.
You said who?
I said one of my students got suspended today for not minding her business.
Y'all still in school?
She got 10 more days, right?
Hello there, brother.
Good evening.
Good. How you doing, brother? Why crazy?
All types of stuff that happened today. I got pulled over, denied medicine for my pain, then granted medicine, cop let me go. It's just been back and forth.
Oh yeah, you done had a day. You done had a day, bro.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Oh, we hit 1K taps. Let's go. Thank y'all. It's not connected to the thing, so I can't whatchamacallit. But thank y'all. I ain't charged my phone in time to go live on my phone, so I'm still on the iPad. Now I do want to read some comments real quick fast. Clever girl reading said, "Don't care, but I like your caller. She is correct. Protect your finances. Period." Mr. Rebuttal said, "That's a come up if you use the viral moment right. You can do interviews and make videos about." Now that is true. That is a come up, but that's still like morally, that's not right. Financially, yeah, that's a come up, but morally, I don't think that's right. That's what I'm saying. People do crazy stuff to go viral, but it's like sometimes you got to think about like the consequences behind that. Because I would never go purposely get beat up. Like that's just not a thing you're gonna ever catch me doing.
But when you are, I'm trying to figure out my words. So here's the thing. Sometimes people been at this and just plugging away like, damn, how do I go viral? I just watch somebody who I watch faithfully. Her stuff, it's just it. I watch it, and I support everybody, right? But nothing for her has gone viral. She's like, how the hell do I do it? Sometimes you have to sit back. The drama brings in the viral likes and the viral sharing, and sometimes people really just need a bag. So you are at times willing to risk any and everything. Look at Peaches and Nana; they know how to stir up the drama to get them clicks, them likes, and
Who is
shares.
Nana?
The girl who got
Oh, the one with the baby daddy that passed away, but she was like sister wives with the wife.
There wasn't no damn sister wife. She was the other chick the whole damn time.
She was the other chick, but if the wife know and the wife okay with it and the wife cool, y'all chilling, kicking it.
Wife. She was the sponsor. He played both of their asses.
He did play both of them, but at some point, both of them was okay with being played together.
Completely agree. But listen, when I tell you, I was sitting here for like an hour just laughing. Their 5-year-old still sucks at me. Okay.
Hey, is it really being played? If all parties would benefit from it?
No, not at all.
I don't think all parties was benefiting because what was the wife getting?
I mean, the wife was. Let's put it like this: a wife has a lot of duties as a wife, right?
She was not no damn wife. She was a living sponsor. She was getting BB. That's what
she was getting what?
That ain't enough. Oh, I thought she said BD.
She was the cream in his coffee.
I mean, let's put it like this. A man, again, everybody can benefit from the situation.
Hey, Nene.
Like that. It's just everybody got to play their role. I mean, and communication got to be the big. Can't nobody.
What's up, Shad?
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be real. I followed that story for a minute. I'm to the point where I feel like some of it was a skit, and then some of it wasn't. And then when it didn't go the way they expected it, and now you left out here with 3 kids and no support, and now you can't tap into her pockets from her $1 million settlement. Now you claiming she on SSI, but guess what? Her kids still not walking around here 5-year-olds sucking pacifiers. Talking about they grieving. Baby, go over to that damn page and look at them comments. Or she's not out here. She see the sponsor is not out here talking about tip jar and every month talking about she can't pay her rent. But you want to still keep coming for that girl and trying to make her relevant.
My thing is, he gone. What you still got a problem with her for if he gone?
Because she's using that as content to stay relevant.
Can y'all tell me what's going on? I'm lost.
So it's a girl on here who went viral, or a girl on TikTok who went viral for pretty much. She was like, her story time was about her boyfriend, her baby daddy. She had 3. She was pregnant. No, she was pregnant at the time and had 2 kids already. with a man who was married and they made the last baby while the wife was in the car waiting for him while he was supposed to be in the house spending time with his kids. That's how she initially went viral.
They're not married. They were never married.
Oh, they not married? Why they were saying that was the wife?
At first, that was the story he put out. She was a sponsor.
So you famous for being a side.
That was both sides.
Hold on. So is another one involved?
I thought it was a wife, but she's saying it's not a
married to
wife.
him. They are not married.
Oh, then
And
they
she
know-
didn't move on. It's only been 3 months.
You
That
said
was not
y'all
her-
still
not her
can't hear?
story.
Listen, at the end of the day, if you're not married, you just single.
Yeah, they was living together. They was playing house, but they never went down to the courthouse or went anywhere to make it official.
And until this is my new philosophy, and I tell all single people this: until you married, you're single. Period. Because you can't just walk away from a marriage. You can't.
And again,
Now I do want to, since we on the topic of Nana, I do want to talk about this situation a little bit, but expound on it. I have a question. Why is it that, right, when men cheat and you hear a post about it, you hear something about a man cheating, the man gets bashed for cheating, of course, because why did you do that? The woman who stays with the husband, she get bashed for staying, but the woman the husband cheated with, she get away scot free. Why is that? Because she just is his fault too, especially because a lot of women know that men be married and in relationships and they be okay with it. And I feel like they are
She gonna get
problems.
away with it.
Because there are no, as the saying goes, there are no girls out here anymore.
But it depends.
You
on
want
the
to keep it real.
situation. I'm
With
not
me,
gonna get
I
mad.
don't feel like she get away with it.
Snitching. I'm
She
telling,
just
I'm emailing, I'm sending smoke signals, I'm texting, I'm putting up
I'm calling you
billboards.
job.
Excuse
I'm
me,
coming
your
to
husband just
job.
tried to talk to me, and I know I'm not the only one. Okay, excuse me.
I'm telling it all.
I'm telling.
look. My thing is,
I am telling. I'm snitching. I'm a big snitch.
she ain't get away with it because at the end of the day, she
Can
don't
you
wanna
hear
lose.
me,
They
Pixie?
can still fix their marriage, right? She walking away with a wet, you know what I mean? ZZ. She don't.
They
She
don't
don't
care
really win
about
out of
that.
this. She,
No,
well,
I
I mean,
know,
at the end of
no,
the day,
I
she
know
don't
it's
win.
a chick.
That's not a
I know
win.
a
That's not a
chick
loss
is
to them. No, they got what they wanted. A lot of women. What people don't understand is a lot of women love just to be able to say, "I had your man." That is a win enough for them.
Now let
Do
me
it
be
just
devil's
like that.
advocate. Let me be devil's advocate because at the same time, y'all the best cheaters. So would he ever know if y'all did?
Who the
You know what I
best
mean?
cheaters?
You know what I mean?
Women for sure,
Women.
the best cheaters.
That's
Women
all.
are the best
I ain't got
cheaters.
time. I ain't got time
Did
for
your
that.
neck
I,
roll, Maya?
Yeah,
listen.
cause
At the
what?
end of the day,
Who
we're
said
not gonna
that?
play that game.
Look,
We're not gonna play that game.
I can tell. I just heard it right now. Look, literally, earlier today, I'm sitting here just scrolling with my fingertips, so I'm doing some paperwork, not paying no mind
Ain't
or
nobody
nothing.
make-
And some dude brought
I
up
asked
the
him to
fact of
make the play.
how
He's still playing the game.
women are the greatest cheaters. And he showed this woman like
That
on
was
a
key
forum.
for
I was
can you
basically
make the
talking.
bullet?
And so what took place was the dude ended up going through his girl's phone. In his girl's phone is where he saw his lady message her little side dude and sent him $75 to $80 of items he needed to pick up. So
But yeah, I saw that one.
yeah, so she could tell she told her dude she was going grocery shopping, which gave her about 45 minutes to an hour, and all she was doing was being bagged up and picking up her bag till she was done.
So here's my problem with that, because that's just so stupid to me. Because you cheating, but you sent him the money to go to the grocery store. No, he should have paid for the groceries. That was all wrong.
Now, see, Maya, this is where a lot of females don't get that mentality. Okay, because they're not looking at it. They're not looking at it. They're not looking at it as at like I listen. This is one thing I always told any female I mess with. If you're gonna cheat on me, at least make sure you come home with rent money.
Say that.
Oh, okay, because at the end of the day, if I'm taking care of you, you shouldn't be able to have to get it for free. Period. Feel me? Because let's not play like we all ain't tricked. Okay, we
I'm
all
not a
trick.
trick or a trick.
Now, listen. I don't mean it. Don't take it in that negative energy.
Well, I ain't
Or
got
even
it, so
if
I
you
ain't
ain't got
tripping.
it. But let's put it like this, Maya. At the end of the
But we
day,
all are.
you had to
But
do
we all
something.
are.
You had to do something to get your man.
I
You
ain't
had
do
to
nothing
do
to get my
something.
man.
Girl back. Okay,
But
we all had to do something to get the one we want. Okay, and at the end of the day, rather it be moral
See,
or
that be the
immoral.
problem. Y'all be wanting the one y'all want instead of wanting the one that wants you. See?
Say that.
Hey, look.
we
Hey,
not
look.
living
Hey,
in
look.
the days of
No,
women
they
only
be
need
wanting
one
the
man.
ones.
Right.
They be
Right.
wanting the ones we got. Now
Hey,
understand
Alicia,
that
tell her
what we
get out
had
the
to
voice.
do, they ain't willing to do what we doing to keep them.
Okay.
The problem
Right.
is they be wanting to be with the one they want and not the one they need.
Hello.
Ooh,
Bingo.
you better speak
Bingo.
on it, Nietzsche.
It
You
ain't even
you
the
know
one
what my
you need.
grandmama
It's the one
said.
that's right.
You
The one
can't
that's
take.
right for you.
I ain't worry about nobody taking nothing that belongs to me because if you took it, you must not been mine to begin with.
All right, now you better say
Bingo.
that.
But
Bingo.
why is there a double standard amongst cheating? Period?
It's not. It's just
Oh,
it's
baby,
really
it is.
it's really
It
society.
is.
It is.
It's really society.
All right, so
No,
this is
society.
another
it
thing
is a
I
double
found
standard.
scrolling.
Let me explain it first. So Maya asked, why are we mad at the other woman? I'm in agreement. Why are we not mad at the person who is actually their cheater that we are connected to? But then on top of that, if a woman was to cheat, a dude wouldn't want nothing else to do if he
It
found
is.
out.
As
Not
soon
all
as
the
we
time,
cheat,
but yeah,
we all
most
types
times.
of hoes.
No,
So look, this
no,
is
Wrong.
again,
no.
It ain't true.
this is me scrolling on my Twitter and everything, find video. So it's funny.
You supposed to be sleepy. You went to the bed.
Ain't anybody.
Be
First
sleep.
of all, Twitter is anybody
Hey,
on Twitter is a dog.
don't get on spotlight.
I'm done with it. I'm done
Dirty
with it.
dog.
I'm on Twitter. I ain't on Snapchat. It's a difference.
That's deep.
Oh, we ain't even gonna
Yeah,
talk about
Snapchat
Snapchat.
was that?
yeah.
The dirty
Oh God,
Snapchat.
dog.
One minute you got a Snapchat.
Here's my thing.
Talking later.
No, this is what he said though. But like, look, this is
If you voluntarily messing with someone that's in a relationship, you're as guilty as they are. You're as guilty as they are. You're making it easy for them.
Especially if you know.
If you
If
know,
you
that's
know,
no.
then you are
I'm gonna ask
definitely
you,
the
be
problem
mad.
if you know.
If you
I
know,
can't be mad at the person that the person cheating on me with, because at the end of the day, again, what was said last night? 100% of shots that's not shot, you miss, right? So people gonna shoot their
but why
shot.
you, but why you
It's
shooting
not.
a
It's
shot
not.
at
Listen.
somebody
It's
that ain't
not.
available?
Hey,
Mhm.
no. First off, you're unavailable when you don't want to be available. So if a motherfucker can shoot their shot and
Hey,
you
Daz.
entertaining, apparently you available.
Thank you.
Bingo,
Now,
bongo,
and I'm
boom.
gonna shoot the shot too. Period.
So yeah,
Hey,
All right,
For
y'all
it.
know I
Look,
got that mouse too.
Headshot.
look,
the
I'm
best
gonna
way
tell
to
you
break
like
it
that. Me
down, like
personally,
the best way to break down that little
You feel like
double
making my plate
standard,
when your game over?
like I said, this dude he gave this example. So let's say
No,
I got a
you heard me.
glass of water, right? So
You
I'm
feel
gonna
like
take
making
my
my plate
glass
when your
of
game
water.
over?
I'm gonna hand that glass to Maya. Maya's gonna grab that glass, gonna hand it to Nietzsche. Gonna grab that glass, she's gonna hand it to Desmond. Desmond gonna grab that glass, gonna hand it to Alicia, Pop, like so on and so forth. Then the last person gonna hand me my glass back. I'm gonna drink my water because I'm comfortable. Now,
right.
that same glass of water, I'm gonna put my finger inside of this water.
Oh no.
I'm gonna hand it to Maya.
Doing a lot
Put
right
your
now.
finger inside the water. Is you gonna drink that water? Like if somebody held your glass, you'll still drink that. Like, okay, thank you for giving back my cup. If somebody put the finger in your glass, it's
That's
not
their
the same.
water.
Exactly. So
Exactly.
that's why it's a double standard when it comes to the sexuality of or just freely expressing sexuality.
That's not no good damn analogy.
That is a great. That is a
That
great
is not a great analogy because holding the outside of motherfucker. You about to piss me off. Holding the outside of a cup does not equate to a man sticking a Peter inside of a woman. That is not at all.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. However, look at it from the same end.
Thank you, Nietzsche.
Look at it from the other end. Like it's one thing for my extremity to touch. It's another thing for your extremity to be pounded out.
No, same
I mean,
thing.
I'm gonna say this.
Same
At the end of the
thing.
day,
Same
at the end
thing.
of the day,
The day gotta end. Cause
okay,
y'all
let me
crazy.
add. Hey, Wolf, watch this. Wolf, watch this. let me ask y'all a question. Okay, are you gonna smash 2 in one night?
Absolutely not.
So if you
I
ain't gonna
can't even
smash
write.
2 in one night, why would you smash anything in a relationship? Feel me?
I don't know what you just said, but I don't think I like it either.
I said, if you would you smash 2 in one night? Would you have 2 in you in one night?
Like at the same time?
Nah,
Maya.
not at the same time, but girl, you know what I mean.
Just during the same day. Like say you got Mr. Monday, you got Mr.
At the
Tuesday,
same time, it's crazy.
but Mr. Thursday, he not able to have it on Thursday, so he trying to come in on Tuesday. So you hit your first number Tuesday at 12 o'clock. About 4 p.m. you hit
Black
Thursday.
Shark.
Are we
That's
talking
what
about present
Black
tense?
Shark about.
Have
We talking about
have
present
in
tense?
the past.
That's what I'm
Okay,
asking.
no,
you.
we talking about
Let's
in a
change the
relationship.
subject.
We talking about in a relationship. In a relationship, would you smash? So you got a man, right? But you feeling this dude.
I'm not a
Would you
cheater in a
smash both of
relationship,
them in
so
the
this
same
may
night?
not be a question for me. When I'm in a relationship, I'm faithful.
Either way, the answer
Okay.
is no.
If
Because we're
you're
not.
not
Okay.
in the process of you being single, this is what he's saying. If you're single,
That's what I'm asking. Are we talking past or present? Because it's two different
so
answers.
listen, you're
But
right.
see,
So
that's what I'm
running
saying.
off the
It
answer that's
depends
going to
on
get
the
the
situation.
we're running off the question that's going to get the answer. So with that much being stated, if you're single, are you smashing more than one dude in the night?
Past or present?
No.
Pass, Maya, pass.
The answer is no.
We can
Yes.
say past or present. We can say past or present. Past
Maya.
or present.
Maya.
Past or present.
Past,
There's
yes. Present, no.
Maya, go ahead and mute your
Okay.
mic real quick. You deserve a timeout for that. We're not doing that.
Maya,
Now
why?
look.
Maya,
Thank you.
Maya, I
You ain't
feel
got no
like we're
fork.
being judged. I
Right?
really feel
No,
like
it
we're
ain't
being
that being.
judged here right here.
Listen,
It ain't
and we don't judge.
You give me something
It's
to
just
drink?
We
listen.
don't judge.
Never mind.
At the end of the day, okay. Would
Dang,
you
I'm
rather have
asking
a
for too
man
much?
come? If a man comes to you and
You
say,
looked at
"Look,
me
I
like
want to
no.
smash you tonight," but a couple hours ago I smashed somebody, would you be okay with it?
Thank you.
If we're not in a
No.
relationship,
Right. So even okay.
Because I
So
don't
if
Appreciate
know
you
it.
what
wouldn't
that
be
other
okay
person
with
did.
it, why would you do it? Why would you do the same? You get
why
what I
you
mean?
out here? Why you out here raw dogging folks you ain't in a relationship with? Though?
Who said it was
Mhm.
raw dog? Who said it was raw dog? And you might have used a Jimmy. You feel me?
What?
But at the end of the day, okay, if you're in a relationship and you smash somebody and then go home and smash your partner,
We're not doing that. That's
it,
cheating.
I
That's,
mean,
that's,
hey,
that's cheating, though.
wasn't that
So
That's
That's
wasn't
cheating.
that wasn't that the
We're
original
not
point
doing
of the whole
cheating.
conversation?
But that
I
wasn't
thought
the
that was,
analogy y'all used.
I
exactly
didn't
that.
use the analogy. The analogy
There's
he
different
used, the
behaviors
analogy
for
he used
single
is would you
and
drink out of the same cup of water that he
Do we
handed
have some
around the
ice?
room without somebody finger being
Right.
everybody saying
unless
no.
you got with
Everybody
somebody
saying yes.
that's had their D card, you done somebody else that you drunk out them cups.
That's what I'm
Right. So
saying.
why
That's
would
why
it
the whole
matter?
cup
So why would
analogy
it
make no
matter?
sense
Why
to
would
me.
it matter anyway? So why would it matter anyway?
Because if I'm in a committed relationship, don't nobody else's mouth need to be on my cup.
Mm.
Okay, let me ask you a
Facts.
question now. I like that you said that. Now, have you ever cheated in a relationship?
No,
Never.
no.
Now,
In a committed
there's
relationship, no. I'm
there
bold.
are
If I'm gonna
three
cheat, I'm gonna
forms.
tell you what I'm doing.
There's 3 forms of cheating now.
I don't
It's more than
entertain
3
none of
forms of
that.
cheating. I just feel like cheating is doing something that you wouldn't want the other person to do, no matter what it is. So if you don't
No
want your
matter what
person
it is.
So
exchanging numbers, smiling in somebody's body face, having a conversation,
I'm on the
punching,
I'm
all
on the
that is
other
cheating.
side of the fence in this conversation because I've been cheated on, and I saw red, and I said I don't think I would look good in orange. So
Hey, look, at the
I,
end of the
I
day,
don't
I've been a cheater and I've cheated.
I don't
Marriage
condone nor do I
and
participate
past
in cheating.
relationships. My thing is don't do it to me, I won't do it to you. Bingo.
You said having it up at the same time is hilarious. Yeah, it's up right now.
But the part that gets me about men who cheat is when they try to flip it Try to flip it on me.
Nisha, you know what's so funny? Is
You
I
going to the
have
gas
the
station?
opposite with these women. Literally. I don't cheat first. I always cheat for revenge.
But you know what?
So,
But that supposed to make me better.
It's something that warms
no,
my
but I don't
heart.
want to leave you neither.
That get back is crazy. And I ain't even
It's
talking
crazy.
about cheating back. I ain't even talking about cheating back. So I'm gonna give a little bit of my story. So this was like it was a long time ago. I was still in college when this happened. I was with this dude. We was together for like 3 years. Long distance relationship, a little bit of it. This man goes and cheats on me. Not only does he go and cheat on me, but he brings me back something with it. I call him, tell him, hey, to the doctor, this is this and this. He goes, oh, for real? You sure it wasn't you? Huh?
Not
What do you
blaming me
mean?
for something you did.
I said, "Ooh." Okay. I said, never mind. I said, I think we need to take a break. 2 weeks go by. I said, yeah, I haven't forgiven you. I'm not over this. We done. This man spent like years. This should have never happened. Still never admitted to it. This should have never happened. I'm sorry, yada, yada, yada. I moved to Richmond for school. This man comes to see me for Valentine's Day, brings me all this stuff, and think he about to get the cookies again. I said,
You done lost your
what,
everlasting mind.
I said, what are we doing? I said, you need to leave. This man sat on the edge of my bed, and cried.
You might have
Crocodile
learned a lesson.
tears. And I said, I think you should leave now. And I kept all the stuff that he bought. And
As
then my
you
friend was like,
should.
that was not nice. You're such a bitch. I was like, oh well.
No, he was not nice.
He wasn't nice. He was the bitch.
So let me ask you a question. Maybe this isn't me, but whenever you have cheated, did you tell the person right away?
I've never cheated, so
Well, I did. I tell them right afterwards.
Yeah, nah. Like, so in the moment of me cheating, when I have done it in the past, I told you before I was doing it. I'll let you know when it was done. Because if it gets to the point of me cheating in a relationship, like if it gets to the point where
not you told her before.
yeah, no, I definitely told you before. Like, yeah, like because I don't never want it to come back like, oh, he a dog ass nigga. He ain't tell me no. Like, you've been warned.
Man,
I told you.
man.
You knew it was coming. You thought I was playing.
Hey, Wolf, I'm raw. I'll let you know who it is. Hey, yo, so I'm about to go smash Shorty.
I just
I'll
feel
be
like
back.
if you warned me before, then you must want a new insurance claim on your car because something is not adding up.
But I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody feel like they got to cheat, it might be something on your end too.
Right. So
with me, I always try to tell them beforehand, like, look, this is what I ain't getting. I don't like this. This is what's happening. And that's right. I'm about to go do it. And then I do it.
Same thing for me. Like in the midst of the relationship, certain things that are falling short, like I'm gonna let you know, like, hey, like I'm craving these things or I desire these things and you're not providing. And like I'm giving you the opportunity to try and make it happen. Because in a sense, like I would want the same thing done to me. Like if there's something that I'm not doing, like let me know. Like that way I can try and put more focus on that to make sure that I please you in whatever manner that you need to please. But if I'm not getting that, I'm gonna tell you like, yo, like, hey, look, this ain't it. And shit, it's easier for me to go elsewhere. So I'm letting you know now, like, it's the amount of time you got to fix it. If it ain't
Why
here,
not just break up instead of cheating?
look,
That's what I was about to ask. Why not just ex?
because listen, so
So,
for dudes,
go ahead.
a lot of the
Why not
time,
ex?
when
Thank y'all
males
for
cheat,
8K. Let's go. I'm listening.
a lot of the time when males cheat, it's not necessarily something like we're not cheating with somebody that we want to be with. We're with the person that we want to be with. However, we leave the relationship because things are lacking in that relationship. Absolutely. So it's something that
No,
we're
y'all
lacking.
need therapy because even if you lacking
Well,
something,
not necessarily.
no,
Not necessarily, babe.
because if you
I
are
cheat.
lacking something in your relationship, you should talk to your spouse, like Desmond said, about what's lacking before you step outside outside of that relationship. You don't
Yeah,
just step outside because it's lacking.
Right.
Try
Right.
to fix the
Well,
shit first.
well, then you got those people out there who just like to do it. So we also got to categorize that too, because there are
Mm.
people who out there who just like to do
Yeah,
it.
you have to realize that not everybody in this world is meant to be monogamous.
Right.
And why you know, I think subconsciously you know whether or not you want to be or are the type to be monogamous. And there's enough people that don't want to be monogamous than for you to go get into a relationship with somebody that has that standard.
Go be with
And yeah,
them.
That's how people get
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah. But
You
at the
know what
same
else I
time,
don't
that also comes with being honest in the beginning, because
Okay.
person can sit up there and lead you on to
Mhm.
think that they polygamy, you know what I mean? But then really want to be monogamous and
not
be
shout
trying
out
to
to the
change
poly
your
community.
ass.
I done been in that before. So yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely right.
Been in the poly community before?
Not so. I was trying to delve
I
into
have.
and as a matter of fact, the last 2 relationships that I have been in, it started off with the ideal of being something poly, but the moment that they hit, they didn't want to share nothing anymore. So yeah.
Well, see, with mine, we
Nothing
started
against
off
people who do
poly,
it.
and she ended up. Let's put it like this: it was going so good that the guys who wasn't showing her attention started showing her attention. So it turned into is the grass green, and she really wanted to be, you know what I mean, go test it out and be, with him in full monogamy. I let it be. I was like, okay, cool. 2 weeks later, she was single again. And like I said, it's one of those you gotta have a real understanding with your partner.
Absolutely.
Because before him, we was look, we had a ball. Like we was. I mean, I call her up. She like, yeah, I'm about to go. Yop. I be like, oh, okay, that's what's up, man. I'm about to go to work. When I get off work, I'm gonna come holler at you. Okay. I get off work, go holler at her. We yop. She'll go to sleep. You ain't finished yet? Nope. I'm about to go holler at such and such. I go over there. Yop. So it worked back and forth. But the communication wasn't all the way there. She wasn't being all the way true.
Is TT in there?
So with me, personally, I only cheat when you lie. If you lie to me, I'm gonna cheat on you. But I tell you that from jump. That's
Only
the only
one,
rule
Maddie.
I have when you with. Like period. I don't ask a woman for nothing, but don't lie to me. Like that's it. Because
So
if
my
you lie
question
to me,
is,
go ahead.
how come when when women are cheated on, oh, you need to get over it, you need to move on. But if we cheat on a man, baby, he act like it's his last day on this earth.
Oh, listen, and he
Man.
breaking
Listen, that
he
right
breaking
there,
every heart after you too, cause you broke him.
You done ruined him for
You
everybody.
ruined him.
So,
Not
like,
dealing with a man.
I can
Not dealing with a man.
only speak for myself, and with me speaking for myself, from the times of me having infidelity in a relationship, both from my doing as well as from the other partners doing, like I had to realize that it took me getting cheated on to realize you can't put a time frame on somebody's healing. And
Bingo.
the problem with that is in majority of relationships, the reason why they tell you, like, if somebody cheat on you, you might as well just leave their ass. It's not leaving them because you no longer love them. It's not leaving them because you no longer work things out. You leave them because the energy and the effort that they're going to have to put in just to gain your trust again is going to be far more stressful. Like,
I disagree.
a lot of
I
people don't
disagree.
like, when they say make your bed and lay in it, like a lot of people ain't really able to do that because you don't understand. Like, they could be watching a movie, they could be listening to a song, and that's going to take them right back to that moment of being triggered where you was cheated on, and now you got an
But then
attitude and they don't know how to do it.
that comes back to the communication.
Right.
Okay? Because if you talk it out, okay, if you actually talk it out, and talking it out ain't one of those like, I mean, it's getting down to the root of the problem. Why did you do it? What was it? Okay. And then
People
also
are
a
breaking
lot
the
of
whole
people
little
don't understand.
conversation.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
tell
true. They
y'all why I
are.
call
And
bullshit.
also, it
Hey, this
when it
white
comes,
people.
and also when it comes down to it, one person, it can't just be one person trying to fix it.
Word.
Absolutely.
Word.
I agree
Hey,
with that.
Desmond,
Man,
tell
If
the
y'all
wife that we
both
need her
ain't
on the
working
panel.
to it, then that
you
right
trying
there
to
can
try.
show that is for y'all to split or not.
Now
Yes
I'm
or
gonna
no?
call
If
bullshit on
I'ma
some of
say
the
yes or
stuff
no.
that
You
Wolf
say yes or
said
no.
because Wolf said, thank you. So Wolf said, it's more effort after you cheat to try to fix what you did, which is true. However, common, you could have just not fucking cheated if you weren't willing to put in the effort to fix it. And then you also say men cheat, they cheat with somebody they don't care about. They're with the person they want to be with, and if then you should be more than willing to put in the effort since you messed up.
Yep.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. But at the same time, you can't listen. Cheating ain't just about one person. That's what I'm saying. You can't just pinpoint just it's just you cheated and da da da. It's a reason why. Again, if you got one of them people who like to just go out and cheat, different story. Yes, you're right. But typically, a partner that you actually work with, you're actually building things is, you know what I mean? It's a lot that can go wrong or a lot that can fade off that'll make a person want to feel some type of emotion or it's this or that. When most people cheat, it's because they're lacking in what this person needs. It's not necessarily about sex all the time. It's about what they're lacking. Sex leads up to it, yes. But it's the lacking part. You know what I'm saying?
Like a lot of my history of cheating in relationships weren't even 50. Like I had to realize that there were other ways to cheat. Because at that time, like in that time, like that was my defense. I'm like, well, shit, I didn't fuck her, so what's the problem? But I realized that emotionally cheating is damn near worse. Like I might as well have.
It is worse.
Bingo.
Emotionally cheating.
Time,
Emotionally
time,
cheating is
that's why
way
I
worse
say-
than physically cheating.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, in
And
that
that's
time,
why I
and
say
this is with
women
me
are the
communicating
best
open-
cheaters.
This is with me communicating openly of the things that I need, the things that I desire. So, like, when a motherfucker, because I don't lock my phone, I don't do none of that. You want to go through it, go ahead. Like, hey, you want to hurt your own phone. But nonetheless, you go ahead and do that.
But why would
The
she hurt her
thing
own feelings when there shouldn't be
That
nothing
eyes-
in there?
that
That's the
eyes
point I'm
should be
trying to make. It shouldn't be nothing in there.
Listen, she gonna hurt her feelings because she's gonna search for something, whether it was right or wrong. She's gonna find something to validate her whole reasoning of touching my phone that she don't motherfucking pay for.
I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate
hell
that.
no.
But
You
what if
shouldn't
she
have
do
shit
pay
in
for
your
it, though?
phone.
But
Now, Wolf, hold on, Wolf, ladies,
Hold on.
ladies,
What if she?
I'm on
What
y'all
if she a
side
trick
on
and
this.
she do pay for it?
I'm on y'all side on this. Now, Wolf, I pay for every woman I done been with. I paid for it. I'm going through it if I want. It's mine.
right,
It's
you
yours, but it's mine.
You pay for
If
it.
I pay the bill for the month,
And-
I'm looking at it.
And at the end of the day,
I don't
it
give a
wasn't
fuck if
that
I
was
don't pay the
looking for
bill.
something.
It wasn't that
Whatever,
hard.
I do what I want.
go
It's
through
just
something.
I needed that
That's
I
a good
needed that validation. A lot of us get cheated on and can feel it in the stomach. You can feel it in your soul. That
Absolutely
motherfucker
right.
doing something. So when
Yeah,
you get
I
that
don't go
feeling,
through
That
phones.
intuition
That's
is
that
why.
real.
feeling,
Let me get some of that Canada Dry.
Facts. That jank look
and-
crispy
and-
too.
and she, and
They'll
she
just
put her
got it
lips
from the
to the
store.
camera. Put her
That jank
lips to
is
the camera.
crispy.
Terrible.
I got my hand
Terrible.
on it and I put my lips on it.
But the reason why I said women are
Gotta
the
put
best
your
is
finger in
because
it.
y'all can do
Put your
it.
finger in it.
Y'all can do it any way and get away with it. Y'all can. Physically and get away with it. Mentally and get away with it. Emotionally and get away with it. Spiritually and get away with it. And then the whole, like, y'all can have a whole couple of them out there. And each one to be something different. That's
Yep.
why women are the master cheaters.
I don't know
Y'all
nothing
are.
about
A
that.
man,
I ain't never lived
a
that type
man,
of life.
ain't no way I'm gonna go fall in love with another woman and not want to go be around her all the time.
But
It's
you know
not.
what? I have not been in another relationship since that relationship, and that was like in 2013 maybe. No, I'm lying. 2014. I don't know. Anyway,
That's
never been
too
in another
long.
relationship since. Right. But if that didn't bring out another side of me, I'm talking about. I
7.
ain't talking about like I just be out here messing around with a whole bunch. But dog, baby, woof
I'm a
woof. Okay,
dog. I'm a
Oh,
dog.
filthy mutt.
Your trust, hey, it's not like
I'm
your
gonna
trust
need
and
you to
love. No.
rephrase, but you ain't been there since 2013, though.
Y'all go
Nah,
together.
I'm dog.
Real bad.
Y'all go together real bad.
Real bad. But no,
Y'all so funny.
low down filthy mutt. Like,
Baby, I'm a
why would you do
dog.
that?
I'm a mud.
And so look,
And
that's my
see,
thing. Like, so
and see, yeah, bro. Let her go. I heard you already. Go on here, bro. Let
so
her.
listen, the biggest shit that I've been hearing, and it's become from Desmond and his wife, you know, is communication. Now let's go ahead and put relationships on the graph of 10 relationships. Out of 10 people, or out of these 10 relationships, how many actually have a healthy form of communication?
Right.
I
Right.
can say,
Absolutely.
look, being helpful. I can say maybe
Not a lot of
those
them.
10 got healthy communication. Now,
But
out of those
whatever
12,
is healthy communication.
Define healthy communication.
Where there,
communication is the
hold on. I
platform
got
to-
this. I got this.
Go ahead,
I
take
got
that.
this.
Reserve.
There is nothing but truth. There are no
Uh-huh.
secrets. There is no walls. There are no shields.
That's a good word.
You speak to each other as if you're speaking to yourself.
And you sit
That's
there
a healthy
until both
communication.
sides have completed what they have to say.
Bingo. That's
Sit
healthy
there until
communication.
even if you cannot figure
Hey,
out,
Audacity. Hey,
I
DC.
say communication and comprehension.
my God,
Ooh,
Well,
comprehension is a big
And
baby.
the reason why I say that is because I can communicate to you all day, but just because I'm communicating to you don't mean you comprehend what I'm saying.
Yep, don't mean you understand it. Absolutely.
man, she learned this from me, y'all.
First
we
of
need her.
all,
We need
I
her on the
know.
panel by herself so I can tell her
I'm
some
about to
things.
send you. Look, I'm about to send you this finger heart pull up for her, dog.
No, for real.
Nah,
We need her
I'm
to get
taking
her own
three. I'm taking
coins.
three. Goddamn it. I'm taking three. Nah, she right though.
Nah,
Hey,
she
But
honestly,
you
absolutely
and all
know,
right.
everything,
I'm trying to get my
that me and
plate
her
from
talking about, we are learning in our marriage.
Mm.
but
That's
you
why
know,
like this.
we don't even learn to communicate as kids.
right.
We
Listen,
told
we
these
about to get
kids
into that
they are
trauma
grown
talk now.
folks.
We about to get into that trauma talk. Go
You know, I was
ahead.
on.
We
So I
get
learned.
told to shut up, sit down, mind your business. You ain't got no feelings. You ain't got no opinion. So if we can't communicate as
I
Thank
think
y'all
we
kids,
for
learn
the
that more as
time.
don't
adults.
do it as adults.
I think we learn more as adults.
No,
Honestly,
it starts as
when it
kids.
when it comes to
It starts
relationships,
as kids. It starts your
when
first relationship is with your parents. That is your first
yeah,
relationship.
Parents, it
That
sure is.
sets the groundwork. If it ain't right there, you're gonna struggle.
I can't.
yeah, click it, click it. You gotta click those two people.
As soon as you request, we can let you on up.
Okay, there she goes. All right, you gonna have to go in the other room though, because we're gonna be loud.
See ya. I got it.
Oh,
That's
thank
okay.
you.
You wanna go in
I'm
the
a
other room?
dog. I'm a mud. Yeah. It's stuck in my head.
See, I can hear you.
Yeah.
But I mean, so, and that's why communication is such a big thing. Like, even with, like, 'cause I know we was talking about like poly relationships slightly earlier, especially with poly relationships, like even more so. Yeah,
Especially that.
communication has to be forthright, forthcoming, and you have to be able to be vulnerable about what that person is saying, as well as trust them enough to know that the standards and or the parameters.
Okay,
of
can you get the
that was
fan
set,
from over there, Bryson? Can you put this in the trash?
you know, like
Over here, Bryson. I'm trying to give it to you over
it's
here
a
so you
lot.
don't have to climb over
It's a
everything.
lot about the for me
Thank you.
personally. Like I haven't been able to engage in a poly relationship. However, it has for some time been something that I consider that I desire. Simply because
The big
of
fan, man. The black fan. That's on the floor.
simply because of like the
Or you can give me that one too. It don't matter.
the thought process behind the shit. Like, you know, anything that I do, I'm gonna do a lot of
Thank you,
research
beautiful.
behind. And going into our research with poly relationships, like I began to realize just certain factors that are absolute and infinite. For instance, like love. Like for one, like we could break down the word. Like so, poly is the thought of having more love. Like, poly is multiple. Amor is the base word in Latin for love. So literally being polyamorous means you have multiple love. But that must be stated. You're in this relationship where you're able to act out on said, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, or whatever it is. Like you have another outside of your partner. Furthering into that, the reason why I believe in polyamory, even though I haven't had the opportunity to engage in it, the reason why I believe in it is simply because the moment that you give your love to someone, and I hate when people say, "Oh, I fell in love." Like, no, there is no way that you can fall in fucking love. Love is a conscious decision that you have to make. Love is a conscious feeling and emotion that you have to render up and give to someone in order for.
I disagree. I disagree, and the only reason why I say that because how do you explain love at first sight?
Love at first sight, you still made the decision to give your heart to that person.
But
Love at
sometimes
first
it's
sight.
not a
So
conscious
if it-
decision because the heart wants
Yeah,
what the
that's
heart
what I'm
wants.
saying.
Okay.
Bro, when I listen,
Hazing
when I
code.
that one up under me, bro, it was no decision, bro. As soon as I saw her, I told her I'm marrying her. I loved her before I knew I loved her.
So
That's
nonetheless,
deep.
that was still a decision that was made. And it consciously you had to tell her, I'm gonna marry you. Consciously you had to let her know, like, I'm gonna love you. Or not even love you. Like, I'm giving you my love now, but I'm telling you I'm going to learn to love you the way that you need to be loved. However, I know that in this very moment, it's your love that I want to receive and I want to give my love to you. So that's a conscious decision to make. Whether y'all knew how to love each other in that moment is another thing. Like you had to learn each other and then learn her love language and vice versa. You had to figure out what worked for y'all. But in that very moment when you was like, "Oh, I'm gonna marry you," that was your conscious decision. You spoke it into existence. You made that decision right there in that very moment. I'm gonna marry her. I don't care what comes along with it, the stresses, the fails, the falls, how many times we gotta pick ourselves back up. This is who I want my wife to be.
Now, Maya, you know me.
I'm
Since day
gonna
one,
say
I've been telling you.
Eve
Go ahead, baby.
said it best. Love is blind, and it'll take over your mind. What you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find.
Love
It
is
ain't always a
blind.
conscious decision.
Well,
It ain't
And
always
it'll
conscious.
take over your
Maya,
life.
that's
Bro,
right. You get on my
hey,
nerves.
I don't like I said, hey, bro. Why you took it literally out of my mouth, bro? Literally. I knew I was gonna marry her. I knew I was supposed to marry her.
Chef.
I knew I loved her. Like I said, before even, bro, I dreamed of her. Okay, I dreamed of her. This ain't listen. And when I say, bro, it done been through hills, hell, and high water with this woman. 4 years.
Shit.
I'm telling you. And the crazy part is, we've been around each other our whole lives, not even knowing. I knew. It wasn't a question, bro. It wasn't a conscious decision. I knew who I was supposed to be the rest of my life. The rest of it. Now with some people I get you, but with certain bro, sometimes that love is not conscious or subconscious. That shit sometimes just eternal. I feel that.
Bro, you snoring kind of loud.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Hello there. How are you?
Hey, Chef.
Yeah, kind
Good
of deep
evening,
there for a
G.
second.
Good evening, Mike.
Nonetheless, women are the best cheaters. It's in the discussion.
I don't agree. I disagree.
It's Jaja snoring. Daz, I don't know if
Now
y'all
we
can
gonna go
see me
into-
now,
women
though.
the best
snoring?
cheaters when if our body
son.
language changes, y'all already know.
But see, listen, before you cheat, you already done failed.
That's not true.
Still don't agree.
That's not true at all. You said before you.
Okay, in my experience.
Absolutely.
Typically women are not gonna do it with somebody who they don't have feelings with.
That's a lie.
Unless it's on some
That's
If
a
you
lie.
go out to the bar and you
drunk.
get the right liquor, anything
Right,
can
bingo.
happen.
Bingo. Hey, what did I just say?
Come here.
Well, I say you
Let
gotta
me
you
piggyback
gotta
off that
have.
from top. Let me hop
Go
on
ahead,
that.
bro. Go ahead, bro.
Like you said,
or if she too.
he said, if it comes to the point of you cheating, before you even like make that act take place, you have indeed already failed. You have indeed before you cheat, you already decided in that moment. I'm no longer willing to try and think about what I'm desiring. I'm no longer willing to try and figure out
Exactly. Stop
what
climbing
I
on
need.
top
I'm
of the
not
beach tree
telling
so
my
you
partner
won't get
this.
hurt.
I'm like,
Goodbye.
fuck it. I'm
Have a great
tired of
day.
talking to my partner. I'm gonna go get it from somebody else. So yeah, before you cheat, you absolutely have already failed because that was the moment you should have sat
Hey,
down
Chef
with your
Biz.
partner and talked it out. That was the moment when you should have expressed how you felt and tried to find some type of common denominator for y'all to figure out and be good in the situation. But instead of you taking that time to hold that conversation, you decided to step out of the relationship. So by all means, the moment that you even think about cheating, you already failed.
I don't got no arguments on that.
You say
And
I'm
let's be
Say
real.
amen.
How many of y'all gonna smash around?
You asking questions like you
In
have
what
to have
context?
context.
Right.
Is
Okay,
it past,
okay.
What
Again,
context?
present?
okay. Single, how many of you gonna smash around?
Past or
Current
present?
day.
We in
Listen,
different
time is a
times.
construct. Look, time is a construct, so I'm tired of hearing
Right.
this past
That's,
present.
yeah, like
Why
y'all
keep
see,
saying
that's why
past the present?
why can't y'all just
Okay.
answer the question?
So
You
the
will know
person
Because
you
I
know
was a
what the
different
answer is.
person in the past than what I am now. The
Right.
old me, yes. Then.
Yes.
The
With
new
no
me, no,
hesitation.
I'm not doing it.
A little bit more concerned about my well-being now.
You know,
Girl,
I
next
care
question.
about
So
me
then
now.
then the answer would be
Little,
no.
Just kidding.
The
Today,
answer would be no.
yeah. Single today, no.
yeah, single
Okay.
today,
My
no.
stuff out here, and some
That's
stuff
like you can
can't
ask me
give
the same question,
I'm
and I'm gonna
calling
give
cap.
you my answer.
Is
It
yes.
don't matter.
Cap.
Yes, I would.
I'm
Like,
calling
if I was
cap on
single,
all y'all
yes.
that said no.
Okay, past, present, or future. If I'm single, yes.
Right.
In a relationship, it depends. Married,
It depends. It's crazy.
it
Yes,
depends.
it depends for me.
He's saying
No,
it
for
depends
real.
because y'all missed what he said earlier. He said if you're not married, you're single.
See, listen, y'all see, and look, this is why it's so difficult for it to be open communication. Like all
Right.
like he's saying it depends and literally has a reason to break down what it depends on. Literally has a reason to
Because
wrap
if
around
all y'all
why
heard
he's
me
saying what he's
earlier,
saying. All y'all
there
heard was
is
the
only one reason I would cheat on my woman,
and that's if she
and
lied.
that's if she lied to me. Bingo. Don't lie, you won't get cheated on. Let it out.
But yeah, when y'all was saying
Yeah,
like
no.
asking whether it was then or now, and saying like nah, I'm sorry. Look, I gotta call Cap. Like, I'm calling Cap for sure. And the reason why I say that is because if you were able to do that in the past, if you were able to operate like that in the past, yes, growth does take place. Yes, you do grow out of certain situations as well as change the person that you are. That does not mean that you will not still sleep around if you're single. It only means that now your standards are different. So you're not sleeping around in the same way, but you still fuck.
See,
Disagree.
I guess I'm different
I
because
might take a nap.
if
Take a nap.
I'm not even gonna say casually dating somebody because I don't casually date, but if
Was that a
I'm
hit to Wolf?
So
relax, I'm trying to get this
I'm
story.
sorry.
so okay,
I'm sorry.
every single woman on this panel is
No,
celibate,
so
then, right?
so what I was
Right.
saying was when I
Yep.
choose to partake in those activities
Right,
with
sure.
a person, it's me and that person because I don't like to use contraceptives. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be me and that person, not me, this person, this person, this person, this person. No. So if
So
I'm
that means
gonna
you only
pick
got one person you smash.
if I'm gonna be picking somebody to hunch on, until he tell me he don't want to hunch no more, it's gonna be him. And then after he decided he don't want to hunch no more, we gon' go get tested, wipe the slate clean, boom, start over if I choose to. But no, it ain't just gonna be a bunch of pickles in the pot. We're not doing
All right,
that.
so let me ask you a question. With everything that you just stated right now, let's say like in a moment to where you found somebody else, but you're also not in the moment of trying to build a relationship. Like what y'all got going is strictly you hit him when you're trying to get hit. And that's the way that the contract is worked out. Like you gonna pull up, the moment that you hit, you got 15 minutes to pull up and so on and so forth. So that's what it is. If there's no actual emotion and or building the relationship, you are technically sleeping around. If you only be that one person, but you still sleep around.
And,
In a sense,
and
you got a point.
that's another perspective because I wouldn't have looked at it that way.
Yeah, because I mean, if you ain't celibate, then you out here.
Right. Literally.
That's why I asked the question: are all the single women on the panel celibate? Because if not, then your argument of would I and would not is already like failed.
Null and void.
But can we also bring attention to the fact that celibate also means not pleasuring yourself?
Right. I mean,
That's where
I
I
get
draw the
that.
line.
I get that.
Wait, what? What you say?
Yes, celibate means not
Celibate means
pleasuring
no
yourself
pleasure.
at all.
That's where
Like
I
you're
draw.
not
Abstinence.
doing nothing, like
Abstinent and
no
celibate is
Now,
two different things.
abstinence means not to have with another person. Doesn't
Well, I
mean you
guess
can't
I'm
do it.
abstinent,
You
not
just can't do
celibate.
it with another person. But celibate means you don't at all. You're conserving all of that.
I don't have that kind of self control.
No, it's not a good look.
Man, look that up. Look that up. Look that up. I need confirmation on that one.
No, I'm dead. Look it up.
You ain't
Look it up.
I ain't never even
But I'm
tried
married, so it don't really matter. But
Yeah.
I need confirmation.
First off, can I ask a question now? And I'm serious.
Dirty dog. Dirty dog.
Is it fair for your spouse to just take it? Because I'll be sleep.
No, that is still
Yeah.
breaking.
See, you're crazy.
Look, did you just hear her say yes
with her
loud
chest.
and clear? Right, with her chest, bruh. 2 gum drops right now. Like, bruh, I just wanted to
Gun
ask.
drops is crazy.
I thought I was the only one.
Oh, y'all, we had 16K.
It's okay.
Turn it up.
Anyway, women are the best cheaters. You just-
Why do you keep
I
reiterating
won't.
that?
I
Oh my
won't.
It's y'all
goodness.
on.
Is that the hill you choosing today, Desmond? Is that the hill you choosing?
He
I
chose
choose
violence.
it every day. Listen,
He is
listen.
choosing
I didn't
violence for
choose
real.
this life. This life chose me. Okay.
I didn't land on Plymouth. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
The ground is
Right. I didn't choose this life. Hey, I didn't choose. Hey, now I seen that from some dude on TikTok. He had me beat some big white guy. He was like, I didn't choose the ninja life. The ninja life chose me. It's pretty
What
dope.
is that?
Mhm.
I would have clicked. Not interested.
Okay, y'all. So next
Right.
question is, I guess we're gonna keep it on relationships because that's where we are at. Having your own identity in a relationship.
You're gonna be your own person regardless.
Need it.
Nah, listen. I mean, all right. So I need you to elaborate a little bit more on that.
So when you're in a relationship, you tend to lose yourself.
Sense of self.
Right,
Sense of
like
self.
right, like you sit like for me, for example, I got married. Well, I had kids, got married, and I no longer like when I go to the store, I buy for them before I buy for myself. I cook stuff that they like versus cooking stuff I like. When it's time to plan activities, I try to plan stuff that's like I lost who I was and being a mom and a wife. Like it's really like who am I besides them kids' mama and that man wife?
So
But when you
A
feel
word,
like
'cause I
that,
have
are
to
you
tell myself
really
that.
losing the identity of you, or are you making a sacrifice to put them first?
Both can be true because you are doing it is a sacrifice to put them first, but in the midst of putting them first, you are.
You lose yourself. Yep, because you stop putting yourself first.
say I think it's more common in women than it is for men. I hear a lot of women, especially like when they're getting around my age, because as my kids, my kids are adults. I'm like, who am I? There's somebody to take care of now.
Crazy
I'm
part is
rediscovering it.
you're
But we
right.
can also
My mom literally goes to a class, and I am not happy with it at all. Okay, but
why?
because it's too much skin shown.
Oh, Claire.
Okay,
She
I
in a
don't
pole
need
dancing class or something?
yes,
plus she
okay,
pole dancing.
and I
Okay.
don't like. But she had me when she was 18. I can't be mad at you, though. You know what I mean? Because your life was dedicated to us. But she did not lose herself. She just had to make, like you said, my sacrifice. She ain't lose herself. She just put herself to the side for the time being, for the sake of the future. You get what I'm saying? So it's more or less you just gotta nowadays. And what's crazy because nowadays is you can do both, but at the same time it's still just like back in the old days. You know what I mean? The reason why you could do both is because it's so much out there for them to do now. I mean, so much in the house for them to do. I mean, that you can gain 2 hours to yourself sometimes. You know what I mean? And you are right, Popular. With dad, I lose myself more in my marriage than I do with my kids. Like honestly, like my
So
kids, man, we fool around and have fun and all that crap. But then I'm daddy at the end of the day. They know it.
I'll say this because Maya, I asked you that for a reason. So the reason why I basically asked you that is because me being married to Dez, right? I don't have biological. So with me getting into this, I'm a stay at home mom now, and I do. I did lose my sense of self because I was putting all of them first. Now I'm to the point where I make sure I get all of them together, and once they together, I'm sorry, get the fuck out of my face because it's my time now. So at some point, you do have to sit back and do your self care, even no matter what that is, because that shit can bring on like a major depression.
And depression ain't
And
easy to come out of.
I also think like when it comes down to that, this is where communication does come in. That because if you're not communicating that to your partner, they won't know.
True.
Mhm.
Or
So I feel like because we are women, and that's what we do. Like I don't think a lot of times us as women, when we do have a family, I don't think that we look at it as actually nurturing. I think we look at it as we got to do this. We got to put them first. You know what I mean? Because it's okay to do that, but it's also okay to put yourself first too. And that's when it becomes the identity. Because even in a relationship, you are your own person.
or
Yes, it's okay to make sacrifices to do something that your partner, you know what I'm saying, don't want to do. Like, example, Diz don't really like to go out. I like to go out. I don't like to go to clubs, but I like to go to bars. He'll make that sacrifice to go to a bar with me. You know what I mean? Even though that's not what he want to do, but he still do it because he know that that's something I like. So sometimes it is gonna be that give and take. You know what I mean? But still, like, want to put yourself first. Not all the time, but it's okay to put yourself first and not be selfish.
Yeah, so that's actually something that I find myself to still struggle with. Like I'm barely beginning to get to the point of acknowledging it. However, I can say like wholeheartedly that I've lost myself in every relationship that I've been in. reason why I'm no longer in a relationship is simply because that relationship was no longer meant for me. Now, with me saying that I've lost myself in every relationship, that's something that I had to learn to take accountability for. And that's because I'm allowing myself to be lost. Simply because the type of person that I am, I'm a caterer. I'm a lover. Like, I'll finish your sentences. I'll know what you need before you even want it. Like, 15 minutes before your stomach start growling, I'm already making your food. Like, that's just me. This is how I show my love and appreciation for the woman that I'm with. Like, I was raised by a strong single woman. So, like, all I saw was her struggle. So my idea of love or giving back love is to take away all of that struggle and pain from any woman that I'm sharing with. Now, my issue with that is the relationships that I've been in, they fell in love with the way that I love. And they failed to remember that, regardless of how strong I seem on the outside, I'm still fucking human, and you need to pour back into it. I'm taking my cup and I'm pouring it out to you. Your cup is overflowing, but you're not pushing nothing back into it. So now I'm completely exhausted. I'm tired. I have nothing left in me, and you're starting to notice slight changes in the way that I love. Like, oh, you got to add it. Yes, sir. I have this because I am exhausted. I am at my beats end. Like, I have nothing left in me. And my partner, who I've given everything, isn't reciprocating. So for a while, I would blame that person. Like, I would allow that to be an issue or a reason for me to sully the relationship in or move on with a chip on my shoulder. Like, yeah, nah, it wasn't for me. But I had to now consciously think about it. Like, yo, like, that's my fucking fault. Because in reality, like, when it comes to blessed, like, we can even take the spiritually. When it comes to you being blessed, like the Lord said, your cup will run it over. The love and the blessings that you're supposed to give with other people is literally supposed to be your excess. You ain't supposed to pour your fucking stuff into nobody. Your cup should forever remain, and I'm just now starting to understand it, but your cup should forever be full. You're not supposed to pour your cup out to nobody. That extra love, that extra blessing, that extra caring, that's coming from your blessing from God. That's your cup overflowing. They're supposed to get that residual. They're supposed to get your excess that's falling, not your core. So, like, yeah, like that's something I had to look at within myself and literally humble myself. And now I'm in the act of trying to live through that said belief. Like, I can no longer pour out any of me to somebody else, because every time I'm fighting my damnedest just to try and get back to what I know or get back to what made me happy. Like music being a big part of it. Like, I'm still not even fully back into my music, and that was from the hardships from relationships. But I was the one that picked that up. I was the one that crazy. So yeah,
That's crazy because I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like, I feel it, but at the same time, I with every other woman, exactly what you said. But with her, I don't know, bro, because I saw her cup not being. You know what I mean, it was empty. And I felt like maybe if I poured mine into hers, even if I gotta lose myself to bring her back, would she be worth? You know what I mean?
that's the thing.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you've been blessed enough to come across your ring. So y'all are no longer two separate entities. Like, I'm talking about relationships. I'm talking about as a boyfriend, girlfriend, or trying to figure out if this marriage works. You literally earlier in this conversation stated, like, I knew from the moment, like, this is who I was supposed to be. Our love was everlasting. We were here before. We're here now. Right. So, like, yeah, like.
Hey, Boujetta, how you doing?
You know what? I'm hushing.
So your cup is her cup.
I'm hushing up. I'm gonna back out of this convo.
Yeah, for that one, y'all cup is like y'all share that same cup. So yeah, once you saw that she was empty, yeah, by all means, you're supposed to pour back into that. That's your wife. That's your rib. That's you. She is a direct reflection of you. So by all means, that's what you're supposed to.
You ain't eat your food?
But in regard to just like casually dating and or just trying to see if this person is somebody that's supposed to work, like, because everybody's not blessed enough to come across that. Everybody's not blessed enough to encounter that person that is like, you know what, my life up until this point didn't even make sense, and I didn't realize that my life didn't make sense until you fucking walk through it.
That's what Desmond found.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm good now, Chef.
Now, let me speak. I found Massa. Okay, I found Massa.
Leave her
All right.
alone.
Y'all been looking in the listen. Y'all been looking in the damn comments while she was talking. I told y'all what it is. She beat me. And she, I love you, babe. I'm a mute. I'm a mute. I'm a mute.
Said you better do something for the kids. But nah,
You okay?
I'm fine. Are you okay? Do I need to? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot where we was at.
I'm screaming.
you want a sandwich?
You want a little snack?
You hungry?
I have a question. I've been single out of the game for a long, long time. And when I sit back and I watch, it's like when people get into committed situations, they start to not hang out with their friends. And then sometimes their partner is like, oh, well, you don't need friends. I'm all the friend you need. To me, that's codependency beyond crazy.
Quickest way
That's
to leave.
controlling.
So I'm like, wait, when you get into a relationship and it's serious, y'all don't have friends no more. Like y'all sleep with all y'all friends. Like, are you
I don't
all
want to look at you every day.
That's
Okay, so
controlling.
it's not only me.
Okay, can I, babe? Can I speak?
Well, I'm gonna talk.
Go
You go
ahead,
first,
baby.
Des.
Listen, I gotta force this woman to go out. Okay. Now, we had an issue, but then we saw she don't want to go out without him. Okay.
I don't like
And she and listen, I'm the one with the friends. She got a lot of family. I got a lot of friends. At the end of the day, she be like, I don't eat. Like why not? You know what I mean? Because she know I'm coming at the end
The
of the
arms
day.
up.
That sounds like to me insecurity. If I can't go be around the people who've been here before you, then I mean, ain't you supposed to be joining my life? You know what I mean? Well, you want to get to know? Hey, how about this? Come hang out with us.
You're supposed to be added to it, not taken away.
Okay, because thank you for clarifying that. Because when I see other people like, oh yeah, I don't have friends because I'm in a relationship. What?
Also, in some of those cases, I would say some of my friend group had to change.
Absolutely.
I can't be out here twerking on headlights and I'm in the whole relationship. I can't be rolling in with the sun and I can't roll in with the sunlight and I'm
But
married.
that's respect.
But it's not a lot. I mean,
I had to kind of elevate with some of those friendships.
and let me get some of the cookies.
If and understood, they still around. Those that couldn't respect it, they're not around anymore.
Man, but I mean, that's also who you're dating. That's who you're with. Like again, what a lot of people fail to realize is, in the midst of being in these relationships, your communication will go a long fucking way. Like if you're always communicating with your partner to where they know, like I said, like the way that I study, I'm gonna know my partner. I'm gonna damn near know what she's thinking before she decides to think. Like that's because of how much I pay attention. But if there's open communication and I trust you enough, like what? I be needing these nights where I don't come back home until 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And that's because like, you know, me and my boys, we might not be doing shit. We might just be sitting in the car smoking, talking about shit that we did in high school. But still, like it's okay for those nights to still take place. Like if I came about falling in love with my girl, Nietzsche, you know what I mean, throwing ass in front of a motherfucking at a stoplight in front of it. If that's
Y'all
what I
look
got her
good.
on, why would I ask her to change? Like nah, like that's who you are. That's what fucking attractive. I don't want you to lose a sense of self. Now, mind you, I definitely want you to grow. I want the both of us to grow in this relationship. But the things that made you fun, the things that made you you, the things that made you unique, why would I cut that off? Now I'm censoring myself from loving the true person that I decided to love.
It's like leave Thottimus Prime in the past
Right.
and come to me.
Not
That's,
easy
that's,
on my
That's all I'm
nerves.
saying.
look, yeah,
That's
look, hey,
crazy.
listen, I'm thinking back off that. He said
Listen.
leave out of his prime. That don't mean you can't still be a
I
robot.
live with this.
You know, I don't mean that don't mean you can't
That's
switch
crazy.
and stand it up straight into a little foreign real quick. Like, you know, you can still do it, just don't be letting everybody in your seat.
Yeah, like it's a good old saying. Go. Sometimes you just gotta find somebody and wait till they stop being a garden hose.
I ain't heard that.
There you go.
What's a
I
garden
love
hose?
it.
He
Lose
meant
the
a garden
garden.
tool, but he
A
said
garden.
Good God.
Lose the
I know what
garden.
he meant.
Lose the garden. But hey, you know, you just gotta love them. You gotta love. Listen, like I said, this one is ooh my lord. Okay, ooh my lord.
We did. We communicated. And that was
But
just rules we set for our relationship. Don't
bingo,
let the
and
sun catch you.
that's the key thing. You gotta communicate.
Right.
A lot of the
don't let
problems
the
that
damn
we
street
all
lights
come up
catch
with.
No, it was
A
don't
lot of
let
the
the
problems we all
sun.
come up with
Don't let the
is
sun
without
catch you.
communication. You gotta learn how to communicate. Your best partner gonna be the one, not that you can communicate with first, but the one you learn how to build communication.
Absolutely. I mean, because
Because
like,
if you can meet somebody who already perfect at communication and you trash, and they're gonna get frustrated as hell because they're gonna be like, "Why don't you know?"
Mm-hmm.
It's somebody you gotta build that communication with. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
unless a
we
person that
definitely had
already
to
got,
build.
you had to build it. You psycho. I love you,
Don't
but
talk
A
to me like that.
psycho.
yeah, that's my
Oh,
psycho though.
oh,
I'm Joker and she Harley Quinn.
oh.
That's why I know. That's why I know.
Just as long as you know
She
Harley
just
Quinn was better than the Joker. As long as you
she
know
was.
that.
She was. But I'm more dangerous.
What's her sign, Desmond?
Scorpio.
What's your sign, Desmond?
Taurus.
Universal.
Good God Almighty.
Y'all know this topic got
Universal.
so good. We've been on it for a whole hour and a half.
I'm sorry, y'all. My bad, Maya.
No, I ain't complaining.
How do you deal with?
No, but it was that good that we was just we didn't even realize it. I just happened to look up.
Lord. I know y'all be
First off, calm down now, because I am a different type of Taurus. I am born in the first week.
different type of
I am,
nothing. All y'all Taurus
I'm a
men is
pure
the same.
blood. Listen, no, we not, because darling, I tell the truth no matter what.
The whole truth and nothing but the
Y'all
truth.
do
I
tell
heard-
the truth,
listen,
but y'all
I-
stubborn.
So help him God.
But
I
it's
hurt
still
your feelings. I don't care.
my birthday.
I hurt your feelings. I don't care.
What?
April 25th.
April 25th. I'll bring
I'm
it in.
26,
Damn
brother.
Taurus.
Hell
I'll bring
yeah.
it in.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah, I knew I heard a real
Not
person
bonding.
talking on
Yeah,
here.
we built
Uh-huh.
different.
Real person. I done heard it all.
I knew it. Lord have mercy.
Man.
I guess we all
Well,
robots.
Hey,
No,
Black
y'all
Bear,
listen,
Look,
man.
yeah,
Don't
so
say
help
it like
him
that.
God.
Don't
But
say
I
it
know
like
I
that.
a real person. What
Don't
about
say
a robot?
it. Listen. If we stomp the ground, right, the earth commands to us.
Absolutely.
You understand me?
Here we go
We
with
ain't
the
no
malarkey.
it ain't
Here
no
we go
line
with the
in our blood.
malarkey.
Ain't no
Hold
line
on,
in our
hold on. If
blood.
you're gonna call it malarkey, make sure you put a bull in front of it.
Man, look.
A bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
That's the only bull
Okay,
y'all
so
know.
now
look,
we're
if you gonna-
gonna get
if you gonna call
into
it shit, make sure
trauma
you put a bull in
talk,
front of it.
guys.
You said karma?
Trauma.
Trauma. Oh Lord.
Oh, you pushing buttons tonight.
Yeah, we pushing the buttons tonight. So pretty much the trauma talk stemmed from a conversation I've been having where I made a post about men and the trauma they inflicted on women. Because I've got some comments under my series on YouTube, and I can tell that these women have been hurt, scarred, like they're legit terrified of men. And then a man came under the video I made and was like, "Well, what about the trauma that women inflict on men?" So we're gonna talk about the trauma and how do we get past it? Because a lot of people, I.e., me and some other people, still holding on from childhood trauma. A lot of people have childhood trauma and don't even know that it's trauma. They just think that's how life's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, in y'all opinion, in y'all humble opinion, who do y'all think inflicts the most trauma?
So listen, I got an unpopular opinion, and it might not be liked by a lot, but a man is supposed to lead. Simple as that. So the trauma that is inflicted, whether it's on man, woman, or child, derives from the man. However, that's not saying it. That's not saying it with like some type of negative context. And the only reason why I say that is because it's built from, like you said, you're still carrying on childhood trauma that you like didn't even know that you were supposed to acknowledge and address. However, it all stems from a man, without question. Even if it's from a little boy who was traumatized by his mother and the way that men and women came in and out of the house or whatever she was doing, or the way that she treated this boy, basically saying, oh, you got to be this way, you got to be that way, you can't cry, you can't do this. Or even if she treated him like the daddy that wasn't there. All of that is stemming, one, from the lack of the father being there, and two, from whatever lack of a father's role that woman had to endure outside of just her partner, like her father alone. They say a woman's first love is her dad. She learns who to love and how to love from her father. Yeah. That's not something that her mama could teach her. She learns who to love and how to love from her father. So with the father being absent, it's going to cause certain holes that will never be filled. And because of those holes, without her even knowing that she's, and without negative content, I'm not trying to get jumped by y'all. A broken woman, she'll never know that everything that's coming from her, i.e., the children, are born into brokenness. That's why she ends up choosing the next man with all these issues, choosing a partner who doesn't know how to live. And what she then does is turn around, oh, this nigga ain't shit, blah, 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 blah. No, you chose this ain't shit ass. But it's because you never truly learned what type of nigga to pick.
So can I jump in?
Yes, sir, by all means.
My mom, three different guys, three different kids. Only thing she told me was, hey, I'm here for you. We gonna make it. I can't tell you how to be a man. I ain't gonna try to. But we gonna make it. She did her damnedest and prevailed. 3 kids. It's all in the mindset. It's all in the mindset. Long as you know your role and you do it. Because I mean, she had to be tough too. Okay, she was the only one there to punish me other than my cousin. But she was predominantly there. It was all in the mindset. Because at the end of the day, she ain't no man. Like she has said to this day, I ain't raised you to be no man. I just raised you. You figured out how to be a man on your own. You found men. You figured out who was a man and who wasn't. Found and you did it on your own. I raised you, son. I raised you to be nurturing and I raised you to be kind. Figured it out on your own by the grace of God. Word. So it was all in. It's all in the mindset. Because when I say nothing but women, I have the male cousins. You know how men are. We doing us unless you there. Bro, all women, all the way up until 16. At 16, I ventured out into the world, and that's when I learned how to. That's when I started learning my masculine, like the masculine. Now with the testosterone, you start building after you turn 12. You know what I mean? But learning how to be masculine, like okay, this is what a man do. This is because I ain't had no father. Period. I have 2 people now who I call father. I ain't had no father. Word. So it's that mindset. And that's how I feel. It absolutely is the mindset. Just to piggyback and add to me saying like a man leads in that role and that understanding of a man leading,
The woman's role is to sustain. So what he brings forth, what he brings to that table, like we could look back in it as like the old days when the woman literally just stayed at home, took care of the kids, this, that, and the other. The man went to work, he brought home a check. What did he do? He gave his woman a check. He might give him a little bit back so he can go to the little bar and drink. But he gave her the check, and when he gave her the check, it was up to her to sustain the lifestyle and the house. So for that to be something that is like embedded in our spiritual structure, for a man to lead and a woman to sustain. If a woman was led the wrong way, she's going to sustain that negative fucking energy, and this is what she's going to pass along. But to wrap it all around, that's why I say men are the beginning of trauma.
So men are the beginning of trauma.
I absolutely feel like men are the worsen and the reason for majority of traumas that are out there. Even if it falls on the woman, that woman at some point was traumatized by a man. And it's just a cycle that keeps going. However, one thing that I'm beginning to like, I'm not trying to just like have dudes take all the blame for it or give women a fucking white flag so y'all can like, yeah, it's all on y'all. Like, no. Because if you still this fucking grown and you still got your issues with your trauma, that's your problem. That's you.
I'm gonna say
Like,
it comes
it's
from
literally
both.
up to you to. It's literally, but it's up to you to one, because you don't have to go somewhere. Like for instance, like you don't have to go to therapy or anything like that for you to learn something. Like God is going to send you in multiple ways and multiple times throughout your entire life, lesson after lesson, teacher after teacher, sensei after motherfucking sensei. Our issue is half the time we sit here trying to run around and live what we think is life. Eat up this free food that's on the table. This shit right now that you're about to that you dealt with yesterday, you're dealing with today, and you're gonna have to pick that shit up tomorrow. That somebody told you the answer to when you were 16. But did you listen? Half the traumas that you've endured outside of childhood at some point was either acknowledged or you saw it elsewhere and they had a more positive response as to how they relieved themselves of said trauma. But we were still here because we were living on the life that we thought we were supposed to be living, moving the way we thought we were supposed to be moving. Like nature is abundant as fuck. You plant a tree, it's gonna bring you fruit. Those fruit is the motherfucking lesson. It ain't no way that you didn't have the answer to every question that you've ever needed to ask right in front of you. You're just looking in the wrong place. And even if you ain't looking in the wrong place, you're choosing not to hold on to that. A lot of people fail to realize like they'll try and take a plant with them. Like let's say right now we gotta travel 400 miles and it's just like we ain't got nothing but what we put on our back. Motherfuckers gonna try and take these plants like, oh, I'm gonna get this corn, I'm gonna get this vegetables, I'm gonna get all this, that, and the other. Not being able to sustain it. At some point, we're not gonna have enough water to drink, and you're no longer gonna have that water to put into this plant to keep it alive. The smart motherfucker will be the one that grabs the seeds. The seeds was gonna allow me to plant once I'm in a better place and apply it to my life when I need it. The answers came to you. You just might not have needed those answers right then and there. But yeah, so like in regard to taking on trauma and still living in and through trauma, that is absolutely a choice. If Kanye could say nigga slavery was a choice, nigga being and living in trauma is a fucking choice. Because
Now, but I can't agree with that because some people don't know that they are traumatized. We talked about that earlier. Like some people is living with childhood trauma and they think it's a regular way of living. They don't see nothing wrong with it because they don't know that's what it is. So
If you
that's not
don't
a
know,
choice because
that's
you don't know. You can't fix what you don't know.
if you don't know, that's fine. But for the motherfuckers that know, why ain't you being an adult and getting the fuck over it, bro? It's ways to heal.
Finding a way to
It's
process.
too many fuck, bro. Listen, again, it's just like using fear. You use that as fucking fuel to go ahead and move forward. Because
And
until you let that go, that's gonna be your ball and chain. It's gonna be the one thing you keep running to. Oh well, it's because of this. It's because of this.
Right.
It's because of this. Rather it be because some people have a ball and chain that wasn't negative, that ain't negative. It's just some shit that happened to them. You feel me? You know what I mean? The passing of a loved one. You know what I mean? A record. You feel me? Some people might ball and chain could be kids. You feel me? You never know a person's ball and chain, but at the end of the day, you gotta eventually move on, accept what it is, and go.
Maya, to touch on what you were saying in regard to like some people are living with childhood traumas and don't know. The only reason why I even have a little of that is because there's no way that somebody that's living with these traumas that don't know that they're traumatic as fuck is happy in their life.
Well,
There's
see,
no
that's the
way.
thing. They probably just know something wrong, but they don't know why.
So knowing
Now,
wrong,
look,
that's
some people,
knowing that it's trauma
look,
right there.
It's not even
look,
that. though.
some
It's,
people will live in
you
that.
can get
Some people
triggered
will
too, though.
live in that
Hold on, y'all.
unhappiness,
Miss
bro.
Rebuttal trying to say
Yeah,
something.
some people absolutely will live in that. But go ahead, rebuttal.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, trauma is complex. Like, it's not nothing you just get over. Everybody like just get over it, but a lot of people don't know how to get over trauma. A lot of people don't know how to heal. And back to what Wolf was saying when you were saying that men were the causes of trauma. I think white men maybe, but I don't blame the black man in this world for what we're going through. I think we just been Americanized. Even the way the system that we live in taught us how to be. And when we were like well dressed men, doing things like Black Wall Street, Tulsa, building our own, we got ostracized, we got killed, we got hung, we got our necks cut off. You know, so it's like every time the black man stood up to be a man, he was beat down. So it felt safe to just not be this. And I don't blame us for the trauma that entered the black home, you know.
Yeah, nah. So like, I completely agree with you. So initially with me stating that it had nothing to do with race, like that was going to be a whole nother rabbit hole that would have to go to about like like the black man's trauma and why it's so bad within our. However, like even still, like it was derived from a white man. It was derived from a man, nonetheless. Like right now, it's just men and women. But yes, I completely and wholeheartedly agree with you on that. And to further into like the whole process of dealing with your trauma. So that like you're right. There you cannot put a time frame. Like some people never completely get over their trauma. Like it's honestly like one of the more closer to impossible things to do. However, it's not getting over your trauma, it's acknowledging your trauma. That's the biggest thing. That is the first step, the most major step. When you can identify what your problem is, you can then go around and try and avoid repeating said problem.
Yeah, but most people don't even, you know, like I grew up in the hood, so I didn't know that I was growing up in a fucked up environment until I saw something different. You know, I didn't know like watching people get shot at, couldn't walk to the store when certain things happen. You don't really like for me, I grew up practicing how to be a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like I was practicing how to be a criminal, and like different things happened, but it took me going to a better environment to even see that it was better. Like my mindset was so small. So a lot of people, yeah, they might
be able to acknowledge their trauma, or they might just think this is life. Like this is just my life. I ain't, you know, a lot of
A
people
lot of people
decide
do
that
think
they
that.
not gonna. Yeah, so it. I think a lot of black men or black women are just people that went through something. It take like that special person that kind of believe in them or give them their little boost, or just say something to them that wake them up, and then they kind of like tell. But then some people do make a choice too. Some people just fall victim to it and want to play victim. But a lot of people, I think, just don't get woke up.
Yeah, I ever
That's
thought
just
that
what
trauma is like for some people, it's like a security blanket.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say that.
yeah.
Like when it comes to, I'm gonna say I kind of agree with Wolf when it comes to trauma coming from a man, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people who go through their own trauma or whatever is actually self-inflicted, and I'm the reason why I say that is because I've done it to myself. So
E-
basically, my dad
Expand on
passed
it though. When you
away.
say you done it to yourself,
I'm
expand on it.
I'm about to. So basically, and my dad passed away in 2014. My dad raised, like my mom, she was in and out of the picture or whatever. Like we never really had a great relationship, and I felt like no, I couldn't get the same type of love that I got from my dad anywhere else. So after he passed away, I pretty much went into my shell, and I really didn't trust, or I really wouldn't let people love me the way I was supposed to be loved. And even in my marriage, it became a problem because I wouldn't let him love me the way that I needed to be loved. And so, with that being said, I was inflicting my own trauma on myself by basically, I know where that trauma came from, but I wanted to dwell in it. I didn't want to recognize it. And I feel like a lot of people do that. A lot of people, and I don't know who said that it was like they fall victim to it and they continue to play the victim. I think it was Rebuttal. I ain't sure, but I wholeheartedly agree with that. And the thing is, once you recognize it and you understand it, the thing is, do you want to continue to live in that trauma and continue to inflict it on yourself, or do you want to better yourself? Because after so long, if you got kids or you around like kids and stuff, like you're literally teaching that to them. You may not see that you're doing it, but you are. So I'm not gonna say it's the man or the woman. I'm gonna say it's both, because when you do stuff like that, you do it. What's the word I'm looking for? Not unconsciously, but
Subconsciously.
yeah, like in a sense. So it's like, do you better yourself or do you continue to stay in that mindset or that mind frame?
I think you're headed in the right direction with that. I think it's also just a belief system. Like yeah, you might recognize it, you may acknowledge it, and you might not want to deal with it because you're talking about changing the whole belief system that you have.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. That is growth. I see
Thank
you,
you, baby.
woman. I see you.
Thank you, baby.
Brian, you got them clap noises?
No, I can't hook the mic up because when I hook the mic up, I can't hear y'all.
It's all right.
Everybody give me some snaps. Just give me some snaps. Just give me some snaps.
We'll do like we did yesterday. We'll clap ourselves.
There you go. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
The best church I'd have never experienced started with a stomp and a clap.
Okay. Boom, boom, clap. Boom, boom, clap.
I said church, not a pep rally.
Sorry.
I'm done.
First, I'm going to stack my dough, and then what?
That like right as hell, Maya. What's the deal?
Thank you for the snaps. Thank you for the snaps.
Thank
Y'all
you,
got
Miles.
snaps?
Hope you're having a great
I
day.
ain't got none of that.
Thank you, Faye. I appreciate it. What you
I ain't got none of them. I ain't got the snapping emoji. I'm sorry. I need to
You
take
got
off
an
the
That's
Android.
Android.
That's all right, baby. Remember, I
Leave it,
am a
leave it alone.
reflection of you.
I know it. Snap it for me, baby.
They so stinking cute, y'all. It's so adorable.
No.
Esme got a sidekick.
First
He got
off,
a Motorola
first off,
Motorola Razr.
listen,
A
listen,
Motorola.
listen. Hey y'all,
Motorola.
she got a built-in solar panel though, so I ain't even
Motorola.
mad. All she gotta do is
Bruh.
plug it in her nose, and boy, I'm telling you, she gonna keep power for
Hey, Ebu,
thousands
how
of
you
years.
doing? Okay, y'all. My next question is boundaries versus preference. Do you know the video? I mean, do you know the video? Do you know the difference?
Not the video.
Do you
Are
know
you
the
talking
No,
about the
video?
video I
I need
sent you?
help on this.
Uh huh.
Yo,
So
yo,
the video,
Oh yeah.
what you was about to say, Wolf?
nah, go ahead, you got it.
So the video that I seen was pretty much talking about boundaries, and it was saying that a lot of people be believing they set boundaries, but without some type of consequence, it's merely just a preference. Like, say for instance, if you don't like the way the example she used was like, I don't like the way you talk to me, and if you continue to talk to me that way, what's gonna happen? Like, I'm gonna keep letting you talk to me that way, but unless there's some type of consequence behind it, it's just a preference. So, have you been setting
Ooh.
boundaries correctly, or have you been
Tap
just
me in.
having
Oh
a
my
Let me
preference?
get it.
God.
Let me get it. Let me get it.
Oh my! It ain't. I don't even have nothing to say. I just thought about that. How you just said it, and ooh,
Look,
That
look.
video had me in my
I'm
feelings.
setting boundaries.
My
It's
heart
going
was over
down.
here beating the whole time. But you gotta understand, this is another. This is a good one. Oh my, oh my. So listen, a lot of people is functioning off of preference, and I just realized, hell, I was functioning off of preference. So the reason why is because in order for you to set a boundary, you have to actually know yourself. Not too many people have been in a relationship with their motherfucking self. They can see what they want and what they do and don't like, and they can be like, "Oh, this is what it is," but they're not going to set that boundary until they know who they are and what they are and are not willing to accept. All right, my feet done tapping. Y'all got it.
Now, my counter. Listen, my counter, but not counter to that is. But aren't you always learning what you will and won't accept?
Absolutely.
You are.
Now, in the process of
So then, how could you ever know what is a true boundary if you are always setting it?
Okay.
But you know,
Okay. Let me answer. Let me
okay, go
answer
ahead.
mine. Let me answer. Okay. It's gonna be my video tomorrow, but I'm gonna go ahead and share it tonight. So part of what I've learned as I've been going down this rabbit hole, you got two different types of boundaries. You have your permeable boundaries and your impermeable boundaries. We all have boundaries that are set in stone. There's no changing it. And then you have those that change based on circumstances. Those are the things that you're talking about, where if this happens or that happens, yeah, you might can get away with it. So there are some things that we let people get away with that we shouldn't be letting them get away with. You hollering and screaming at me, it should be no circumstances that you get away with hollering and screaming at me. Under any circumstance, is that okay? You stealing from me. There should be no circumstance. Name a good reason it's okay for somebody to be stealing from you.
I was gonna say stealing in general is stealing from me because that's two different things.
Right now. Stealing from somebody going into your purse or wallet. Somebody going into your purse or wallet, stealing from you.
Yeah, no,
When
it's
is
no
that
good
okay?
reason. That's never okay. And I hope you're ready for this mouse to pop you in your ass.
Right. There's no reason. If you say don't pop up on me at my house, and a person continues to do that after you told them don't do that, that's a permanent, impermeable boundary. Hey, I told you don't do
Well,
that.
see that's a preference because you did not give a consequence on it.
No, right, the consequence, and I had to set a consequence. Yeah, I don't answer the door. You just gonna stand there looking like boo boo the fool because I'm not answering the door. I asked you not to do that.
Now that's definitely a boundary. I said if you pop up at my house unannounced, now you will sit outside, and I will look out the window and see you, but I'm not opening the door. Because why would you come here without calling me?
Yeah, I'm making sure you see me. I want you to make.
If I take my time to come to South Carolina, you gonna open up that damn door.
That was creepy.
You heard what she said.
However, common rules don't apply to everybody.
I was about to say, because you heard what he said.
Granted. Thank you, brother.
She said that.
I'm trying to come surprise, and you looking at me through a motherfucking window. What? Just look at God. Look. Hey,
You gonna be mad at me because I'm a look.
and if I ain't coming inside, everybody outside. Like,
Let me ask
I'm gonna be looking just like this. I'm gonna be the blinds right here. I'm like,
what's your everybody? I'm just talking to you. She surprised me and told me she was in Atlanta. I told her, girl, I'm not pulling up. You can't come to me. You got to give me a warning. I need a 3-day notice.
that's the thing though. Me and Tiffany said we would say Tiffany had been telling y'all when she wasn't supposed to tell y'all for weeks that we would come to Atlanta, and it did it. I forget. Yeah. I didn't take y'all serious.
Yeah, I didn't take y'all serious. Like the week
We
of, I
told
didn't
you
say
we
nothing.
was coming
Just
to
waited till that
Atlanta. We
Friday.
had an event.
Hey,
we
I'm in
go
Atlanta.
to.
Beat. I'm like, what?
I don't. First of all, let me tell you something. If I say I'm coming somewhere, I'm actually coming. I'm not gonna tell you I'm coming unless I already got it planned out and it's already in the work for me to come. I'm not gonna just tell you like I'm coming. Like I can't do that.
Well, create a conference 2026. I got you.
Oh yeah, because I'm going. I can't even talk right because I'm ready already. I'm going back again. I'm going back again. That podcast festival was everything. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. Okay, and I encourage y'all to get y'all a ticket next year because I'm going.
I'm working on my people skills right now because I already know next year with Atlanta, I'm gonna get a phone call every other week that somebody in town.
Oh dang. Yeah, you in the place to be with everybody there.
Yeah. That also, well, we got to get past Corona 2.0 first. I'm coming down there.
When?
Yeah, one day.
Shut up. You better say something in advance. Or you'll be
That was
sitting
his
outside
advance.
and I'm gonna look at you like this.
Man, look, say it again, Wolf. She ain't hear you.
I make eye contact with folks.
I do too. If I can't look, if you don't look at me while we talk, I don't trust you.
No, I'm talking about if you come to my door and you had called and spoke to me, and we've agreed that you can come to my house. I make eye contact with you through the line because I want you to see me, see you. Because I want you to know I'm at home.
I'm gonna open the door and tell you go away. What the hell you doing at my house?
No, you don't even get the door open.
I am, because what you doing at my house? I don't come to my house. I ain't tell you come to my goddamn house. What the hell are you doing in my house? I'm gonna look you dead in your eyes. Hold on, let me show y'all. Y'all don't understand how serious I am. I've had people show up. What are you doing here? I didn't call you over here. I didn't tell you come over. What are you doing here?
That's Sam right there. That's how Sam at.
Like I'm not. No, don't show up at my house. No, because unannounced. Like I don't care. Listen, my mama don't show up unannounced. Don't show up at my house. Don't, cause I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna tell you get the hell out of my porch. And I'm gonna slam the door. It wasn't.
I'm gonna look at you through the door. I'm not opening that door. Don't pop up here.
I'm opening that thing. I'm opening it. Trust me, that thing right there. That thing right there. So you come with problems. Trust me. Trust me. Don't come to my door. Why would you? That's rude. That is rude. You don't just come to somebody's house, especially without calling. Now, if you my sneaky link, maybe. But don't get yourself killed, brother. Now, remember, we on live together. Listen, hold on. First off, I told y'all I don't lie to her. Period. That woman know everything. So if I got a sneaky link, she know her name and address. Okay, but I don't, because that's the only woman I want. Period. Nice cleanup. Ain't no cleanup. She know it. Listen.
You know
Definitely
I'm gonna
my
add my
dog.
little bit of smartness into it. You know
Oh,
that. You know
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
add, you know I'm gonna add my twist to it.
I know.
Not me if I don't say
Man,
it, I'm gonna add a little bit of smartness.
man, look, I love it. I love it. Hey, I got it out. You know what? I've been meaning to ask you a question. You want to buy a wife? Buy $300.
What?
Who
You
you
ain't say
talking
nothing.
to?
You know. You ass. You want to buy a wife?
No,
Don't say nothing. I don't think she's paying attention right now.
I'm
$300.
He about
good.
to
It's
get
a
beat up.
deal. She cook and she clean. I promise. No.
I don't date women with kids.
You know what? It's all right. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Maya, what's the next subject?
The next subject is Trayvon Johnson. He's a 17-year-old who got pew-pewed by the homeowner while breaking in. Now, the reason I want to touch on this is for two reasons. I have a unique view. Okay, my view is very unique on this. Okay, so the first side of this that pissed me off is the fact that the homeowner, of course, his name Trayvon, so you already know what color he was, and then the homeowner, I believe, was Caucasian, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
And
he was.
of course, she got away with it. But when the black dude pew the Caucasian kid who was doing the TikTok prank, he went to jail. I don't understand that. Now, another thing that peeved me off on this situation is Trayvon's family is just like, oh, he was such a good kid. He was just... Stop being delusional and take accountability. Because if he was such a good kid, why the fuck was he breaking into somebody's home?
I like to speak after you.
I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. The difference between the TikTok and this Florida situation, which they both is wrong. The teens was wrong in both instances. But the TikTok kids didn't make it inside the house. I think they was just banging on the door. And he came out spraying, which he was in his rights. I totally stands with that dude. Totally stand with him. But the other one, the Florida one, he was in the house, made it upstairs close to the bedroom and made eye contact with him.
So I don't mean no harm. He got exactly what he deserved.
And he had a pum pum. And I stand with her. YT, black, Indian, Asian, purple, orange,
That's why I
rainbow,
don't get why the family
I
going so
stand
hard
with
for
him.
him.
You went past the barrier. You made it inside the door, up the stairs, and you was in the process of grabbing items. Like she was totally in the right. And the family has completely lost their doggone mind. For that sister to get on TV and say what else was he supposed to do? He's just a teenager. Is buffoonery. I ain't gonna try to put that on us. We ain't wearing that. We ain't representing that. That was
That's crazy.
FAFO. Like if y'all care so much about it, why didn't y'all provide a job, or why didn't y'all work and get some money to keep from doing stupid stuff like that? Like there's other ways to be from the hood than to get money. Like once
So
again,
the situation was hold on, y'all, because I done heard about a couple situations about some kids running up in somebody's house and getting pew. So it was one that was a light skin and then one that was black.
Yes, the one in Georgia. It was the one in Georgia was a black man. He was home, and it was just some kids banging on his door. It was
Okay.
it was like a TikTok prank. I don't know what the prank is, but it's some TikTok prank he was trying to do.
I'm gonna step in real quick, man. Let me explain. What is it? Ding dong ditch, right? The purpose of ding dong ditch is go and aggravate the hell out of somebody until you get a reaction from them. These kids wasn't just knocking on the door and being like, ha ha, hee hee. They're knocking on the door, kicking on the door, banging on the door, running. Then when the person comes out to look and they're like, well, what the hell is going on? And the person goes back to wherever they came from. Now the assaultants or whatever you want to call these kids doing the TikTok prank, they're now going back being the aggressors again, and they're banging, causing more confusion. And this happened in, I think, Virginia at 3:00 in the morning. This black man was in his home. So, and they were at the back door. So
and
it's
ding
like
dong ditch. They didn't do the ditch part. Go ahead.
Yeah,
right. They didn't do the ditch, and they kept going back. And again, they were at his back door, and it's 3:00 in the morning. So ding dong ditch ain't just no ha ha hee hee. No, they intentionally try to get a response out of whoever their victim is. Now, mind you, this is not the first time that ding dong ditch actually appeared in our view, because in 2020 they
kids did it to somebody else. He had been drinking. He got in his car. He chased these kids down, and 3 of them died. And he just got sentenced in 2024 or 2023.
I think
I didn't
that's
know
the
about
case
that
that
one.
I'm talking about because they ran in his they said that they found pew-pews on all of them. So I don't know. My thing is like Ding Dong did, right? We all did it. We all experienced it. Carter Boys. Now, at the end of the day, at 3 in the morning, and somebody doing that, why would I sit up here and even entertain it? I'm going to call the boys. It's 3 in the morning. I'm not doing nothing. So I'm calling them, letting them know. They going to look out there. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if that man opened the door and they sat up there and assaulted him, then you assault somebody, you get what you deserve at the end of the day.
It wasn't
That's
that
my. Go ahead.
it wasn't that the black guy assaulted them. It was the fact that 2 of them got injured. 1 of them succumbed to their injuries. The 3rd person did not get injured. It was the fact that we were doing a prank, and meaning the YT kids where the black person is now being charged. We were just doing a TikTok prank. Look here, look at our phones. We did it, and other people, and they didn't react that way. You effed around.
The neighbors said that the force that they were using wasn't like ding dong ditch. It was like somebody is trying to enter your home.
But if you look at other videos of examples of the ding dong ditch, when I tell you it's people kicking doors, banging on doors, and it's not just one person, it's groups of kids. Then even doing it in hotel rooms, they're running down the hallway, ducking in corners, and then they go back. And unfortunately, sometimes these people meet the right one.
Exactly, that right there.
Yep,
They
that
meet
bingo.
the right one. So
I'm
no,
gonna
I
follow.
feel
I'm
bad.
gonna follow.
Dodge, stitch, dodge.
Our
Bleach,
rules,
bleach, bleach.
our
It's
law
all
At
here
the
mess
end of
say
around and find
they
out.
just gotta,
Like
at the end of
it
the
just
day,
says they gotta be inside the door. That's our
even
law say
listen,
they gotta be inside the door for us to do
even
something.
when
But
we
that's
was
more
even
of a
when we was
reason.
kids,
That's
even
more
when
of
we
a
I'ma
was
open
kids,
that door and let them
I didn't
follow
get
you.
finished
we
what I was trying to
all
say.
went through it. If somebody came out there and whooped your ass because you sat up there and banged on their door and they caught you, you got your ass whooped. You go home and tell your mama what they say. You shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
But do y'all
At the end of the
remember?
day, you gotta take accountability for yourself nowadays, man.
Do y'all remember the story of the girl was at her friends with benefits house, and the neighbor downstairs was making noise or whatever? So the friends with benefits went and confronted the downstairs neighbor, and she dragged that girl into her apartment and then beat her ass.
Yes, beat her
No,
wreck.
I
I saw that.
no, I
Oh
ain't
my
see
god.
that.
You
Yeah,
didn't
that was
see
like
that?
years ago.
And they
Listen,
came back
listen,
and
she
she
dragged
dragged
her.
her.
I'll
No,
send it to you.
But the point
popular. You ain't
was,
tell them the good part. She locked the door and started wailing on baby. Okay.
Wait, what
Like,
happened?
go
Say it
ahead.
one more again. What happened?
Go ahead, Desmond.
Man, baby girl sat up there. Okay, the one upstairs. Okay, came downstairs to be on booze. The one on downstairs was a Titan. She sat up there. Shorty from upstairs rang the doorbell. She said, "Look, I don't want no problem. I don't want no." The girl downstairs said, "Oh, walk away." Girl down upstairs say, "No, we gonna talk." She said, "You sure?" Shorty say, "I don't listen. I." Shorty say, "Walk away." Shorty try to close the door. Shorty say, "No, you gonna listen." Shorty say, "All right. You don't want to see me when I'm mad." And she became the Hulk in a very tiny person and drug her in and
And
locked
the
the
door.
door and commenced to putting the whipping of a lifetime on that ass. I mean, she beat her stupid in her own apartment. Not in her own, but in her own.
No,
She locked the door.
no.
She said, "You ain't leaving. You're not leaving. You're going to take these paws, and then I'm going to call the cops." And I mean, after she beat her up, she left her right there and then called them and opened the door. They came in and just saw her laying right there. It was
But Desmond, how about she was only a friend with benefit? At first, they thought that He was the people that used to live upstairs had moved out, and old girl didn't know. So this she
Yeah,
was just over there sleeping with dudes. She didn't even live in the building. That's what
yeah,
makes the shit so
Yeah.
berserk.
yes. Came
You
that
So
you
he
went and
even
got
came
your
and
ass
apologized.
for something you didn't
man.
have no business getting your ass in.
Listen. She had got
I mean, it
clapped
sounds like
and
she
then
asked
got
for it.
clapped.
She
Dang.
was told to
She
go
asked for
sit
her own
down.
demise.
She was told to go sit down.
That's
She
what I'm
didn't
saying.
want to go
People
sit
don't
down.
be listening.
He should have
Somebody
handled.
warn you
You
and
didn't
say
even
you
live
don't
in
want
the
to see
building.
me when I'm mad. You don't want to
You
see
might
me
want
when
to
I'm.
listen.
Leave me alone.
But she knew exactly what she was
I ain't
doing.
gonna.
She said, I was
She ain't
home
say,
alone.
listen,
Good
she
night,
ain't say that
Nietzsche. I'm about to go down.
exactly.
I just noticed it was 10 o'clock. I'm about to go down. As soon as we done talking about this, I'm listening to it.
But
She
see,
ain't say
here's
that
the
exactly. But she kept telling her, like,
Hey,
Shorty, get away
Michelle.
from my door. Like, I don't know dude upstairs.
I
And
need
Shorty just was not leaving it alone. She was like, yeah, you is, and da-da-da-da-da, and blah, blah, blah. And Shorty can't, bro. She
So
pulled it
here's
talk her way up on the
when
ass
she
whooping
pulled
of
her
her life.
when she pulled her in that motherfucker, bro. I said, oh
That
my
shit was
lord.
funny.
I said,
but
oh
look,
my
left
lord.
the camera rolling. But all we could
Listen,
hear
why the
was the
camera
commotion.
rolling? Oh, go watch that video. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
somebody got to
we
send
can
that to
hear
me.
it. We couldn't see it. But here's the thing. Like she said,
no, I saw it
she
all.
came to my door,
It was
and
on
I'm home with
the
my
book of
son.
the faces.
And she got online and she started talking about it.
Yeah, that was the crazy part. Like
She
she
came to
was
TikTok
talking
and
about
talked about it.
like and like she
Her ass
did
wore
something.
out.
He
I
did.
mean, listen.
See, I didn't even see it on TikTok. I saw it on Instagram.
She beat
On
her
TikTok.
dude.
I
And
saw
I
it
mean,
on the
it was
book.
crazy because she was going live and recording in the security camera. That was the wild part about it. So she had 2 points of view. Boy, when they got the banging, and then she put her down and went back and got the phone, and then came back and started whooping her. I mean, y'all listen. I was like, all right, well,
But she had 3 chances to take
that's what
her
she.
ass
But look,
about
but
her
she still
business.
gave her
Man,
handwork
3
when she had a
strikes, she
poo
out.
in the house. She knew what she was doing. She said, I knew that I had better leverage because I didn't know if old dude was going to come down and join in. So I pulled her ass inside of my apartment and I locked the fucking door for my own safety.
And lock, man. When I say she pulled her in, fuck the whole video.
Wait,
When
so
she
to
pulled
make sure
her
I
in,
understand, she wanted to fight her because why?
They was making too much noise downstairs. So the girl who did not live in the building and was only a guest went and approached her. She kept telling her
So
to
not
back
you
off.
talking out of turn and got your ass.
Girl,
look,
Yeah,
came
she got
who
it.
she
downstairs.
was messing with came back and
You don't need to
apologized.
pay rent. You got your ass
She
beat for
she
someone
came
you haven't paid rent.
downstairs to go even down further. Okay, it was real.
She
Yeah,
got
somebody
every
send me that
skippity
video.
tap there was to get.
And I
Baby,
tell you,
But baby,
she
listen,
got her
Mike,
ass
you
whooped.
not hearing me. Imagine getting pulled in a house and then they lock the door.
But see, here's the
she
thing.
knew she was in trouble when that door locked.
At that point, bro,
She should have
click,
known she was
I'm
in trouble when
fearing
she
for
got
my
dragged
life.
across the threshold.
Like,
You
They
should
just
have
tell
knew
y'all
what
don't
was
go
going
knocking
down.
on people's doors.
bro, I'm
Yeah,
telling
she
you,
ain't grew up in the hood.
leave it alone. No, she probably did. That's why she acted like that. Some
I'm
of
not
them ain't
saying
hood.
she
They
did. She
grow
thought
up
the
in the
people
hood.
downstairs was cotton, and she found out it was still.
Oh my God, look, granny night.
Okay,
Granny
y'all,
night.
I want to touch on one more topic that I really want to get to. Dang, I got a couple more topics, but I don't know. Never mind. We might go live later on this week.
No, keep it going. Let's just go to 10:45 tonight. We already. What's the next topic?
10:45.
Who you gonna
I'm
pick it up that
sleeping.
time?
Well, what's the next topic?
The next topic is
Sir.
okay. So the friends, three. Okay, so I'm gonna use. I'm trying to see how I can use it as an example. I'm gonna use Alicia as an example, right? Me, Alicia, and Alicia's husband is going on a trip, right? And Alicia called me like, "Hey, Maya, can I just can me and my husband come spend the night at your house since we got to leave early in the morning?" You know, and I said, "Yeah, that's fine. Come on over. It makes sense for you to come over here so we can get up and leave on time. I 10 by 10,
My
all
ass
that good
big.
stuff, right?" So then when Alicia and her husband get there. I opened the door. I got on booty shorts and a sports bra. So then Alicia husband goes in the bathroom and Alicia asks me like, "Hey, can you mind changing your clothes?" And I said, "This my house. I'm comfortable in my house. I'm not changing my clothes." And Alicia gets upset and leaves, takes her husband, and they leave. And they say, "You know what? We're going to make this a couple trip. You're no longer invited on this trip. Yeah, call me when you get your mind right." Who wrong in this situation? Now, it was a TikTok video, but I wanted to give
Alicia.
y'all an example.
She not
Alicia.
your friend.
Alicia.
Alicia wrong. Alicia wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong.
How Alicia wrong?
Because you gotta show respect.
You
It's
at
about
your
respect.
house.
Your
You're
house,
at your
yes,
house.
but you got guests. You know they married. Breaking her
So
husband.
that means I would be wrong, not Alicia.
Okay.
Alicia
said-
came
you
over
You
with
said
her
they're
husband.
coming to Alicia house.
First,
Alicia opened
No,
up
no,
the
no.
door.
ain't nobody
No,
wrong.
I
Alicia
said
is not
Alicia and her
the-
husband came to my house.
Oh, then you wrong.
Okay.
Yeah,
You wrong, and you
You're
wasn't a
wrong.
friend.
Yeah, you're wrong.
First
Yeah.
off, the
You
husband
could've put a
wrong
long
for going in the
t-shirt on.
bathroom.
You basically told
You could've put a long
Alicia that
t-shirt
I'm
on.
gonna sleep with your husband as soon as you get out of town. It
You
might
could
start
put a
tonight,
long
so you
t-shirt
close your
on, a
eyes.
moo or something.
Ain't nobody wrong.
How ain't nobody wrong?
Well, I'm back.